tall, so not the biggest barbarian, but I'm jacked.
It's a hair and braids. Let's just put this in two braids, and then we wrapped it around, and then we gave them the flowers, and then when we did this,
Oh, yeah, another drink, please.
Yes, you may. And he goes over.
Put your hands up, it's better.
No. Syria, roll me a Constitution, saving throw. Yes, you. I'm gonna fight you.
He's sort of a. You guys know who I am, right?
Yeah. Goggles.
You're
Dr.
Mole?
Robot. Dr. Robot.
What do you do?
Take a moment to try to stop laughing.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one.
Why not? It worked again.
Hating on Batman.
And I don't hate Batman for the record. I hate the fandom of Batman.
Oh, cool. Okay,
That's the
that's
issue.
way more people.
It is. It's
To
a
hate.
lot like actual human beings.
Were you gonna?
You need to rub this crap off your neck and not smell like me, or Wolf at all. Just start rubbing his neck and just getting like.
I am fairly certain it doesn't matter what I smell like at this point.
To a feline, you have wolf's piss on you.
I'm just gonna point at my feline eyes.
I have some kind of
You've just tuned in. We had the brilliant idea while we were fishing at the Dark Moon Festival.
Oh, jeez.
To do a dungeon with fishing poles equipped. Because why not? And so we drank all of the alcohol in our bags, and we equipped our fishing poles and our aquatic pets, and we went to do a dungeon.
I feel like I need to close out. So this was the end of our epic tale. What holds for next week as the heroes set sail? We may find more family, we may find where things start. All we know is to follow our hearts. So our heroes set forth to pillage and to wander in the magical continent of wonder. We have one more question. I hope to not blunder. The question for you, dear friends. Do you wonder? Thank you, guys. Indigo Connect.
GM was like, got us the potion. He was like, and I'm almost to another one already.
I mean, I'm already on too.
Hi everybody, welcome. We are live. It is live. Hi, welcome to. He heard. He just didn't. No. So welcome to Indigo Chameleon. It is Monday night, and it is time for some epic one-shot epicness. Level 20 epic one-shot. I'm doing announcements, and then we're going to hand it over to our amazing DM, Mosswall, who is being gracious enough to let me play. Thank you so much. I love you so much. And we promise to be kind to him, even though we're all playing level 20 characters and are essentially golden gods.
You promised.
I am not turning into a little fish. I refuse.
We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a Discord. Come hang out with us on the Discord. You can. We've got memes, we've got inspiration channel, we've got awesome, fun channels that you can come hang out with us on the Discord and check out all the cool things that we have going on. It also keeps you up to date on the latest schedules and things going on here on the channel. There's a shop as well. You can buy merch like this cool mug. That's right now currently the only thing that we have going on right now. Here at the table, we can buy T-shirts and prints and shower curtains and all sorts of fun things with karmas.
Shower curtain.
One of these days, God, you're gonna walk into the guest room, it's just gonna be lit, disco light and everything. So we have that. We also have stream points, as some of you have started to discover during the backstage area. The more you watch, the more you tune in, the more you
subscribe and follow and all of that fun stuff, the more stream points that you get, and you'll actually be able to positively influence the game by buying potions for players, and there are other things yet to come. So, yeah, hang out with us there. For those of you who are interested, there's a little online shop where you can buy items to level up your virtual avatar. Today's item, as I release an item every episode, is Holy Water. Holy Water is a very special item that is going to allow you, the viewers, once per stream, to buy Holy Water. The DM will get up from their seat, go out to the kitchen, bring back a tall glass of ice water, giving the players that extra 15 to 30 to 45 seconds time to plan and strategize and things of that sort. So, cool little item. Lots of cool and exciting things happening here. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We have therapy sessions as the cast and crew from Wonderland have discovered that they are not adventurers in a game of Dungeons and Dragons, but they are actually people in an asylum that are believing that they are adventurers, and that the doctor is going to start doing individual interviews with each of the adventurers tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then we start our regularly scheduled group therapy session with the adventurers at 8 p.m.
So sad.
With brand new overlays, brand new costumes. It's going to be a lot of fun. So tune in for that on Tuesday. On Wednesday, there's nothing going on here on the channel, but there's plenty of other places to find good D&D. Thursday, we have another journey into the Lost Isle as we get to go to the Salem Witch Trials, and I am very, very excited to dive into this. It's sort of my mixture of D&D and Doctor Who as we travel to different time eras and thrust adventurers in all of these different places. Thank you for everybody who tuned in last night to Homebrew and Brew with you, and you guys came up with some amazing suggestions for places and people to interact with.
And you!
Thank you. That's Thursday night. Friday night, we go to Neverland for what can only be affectionately called the Spooky Pirate Ghost Adventure Spook.
Yes.
So tune in for a special episode where the cast and crew from Neverland fight Davy Jones, who is actually a mind flayer. Those were great tentacles.
Thank you.
And then Sunday, we have the long-awaited return. Wow. The long-awaited return to Vampire the Masquerade, Episode 2. Ooh. I need to get together with you and
you all do! Every single one of you.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of cool things. That's the road so far. So we're going to turn the game over to the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, God.
Moswald. The game is yours, buddy.
All right. So, a little, for our setup. I sent you guys all this earlier. But, you guys are all hunters. Solely cleansing the world and ridding them one monster at a time through your own means. You started off with smaller jobs, ridding certain caves of goblins, defending certain walls from certain beasties. And then you started, you know what? Let's take it up a notch. The job that you took, removing a certain were person from a Victorian town, really put some weight behind your names. Out in the desert, you're like, you found out and ran into curses and owners of pyramids, and you quickly vacated that as well, giving a little bit more wealth behind your back as well. There was that man in the castle far away distance that was doing experiments and creating certain abominations to ravage towns that you decided it needed to be on the other end of the electrocution for once. You guys are now at a tavern, relaxing from your most recent quarry, involving a certain creature from a dark lagoon. The world knows of you guys. The tavern that you have assisted is very happily giving you guys room and board for the night, all the drinks you guys could want, and you guys are just kind of reveling right now in a job well done. And we'll take it from there. What are you guys doing? How are you guys enjoying your evening after a quarry?
Drinking excessively.
Drinking excessively. Cool. Make a con save for me.
And so it begins.
I didn't expect this so soon.
You said
First
excessively.
Of the night, it's a con save.
Do this one.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's see.
16.
Cool. Yeah, you're a little buzzed, but you're all right.
I'm fine. It's
You're
cool,
fine.
it's
You're
cool, it's
fine.
cool.
Anybody else enjoying the festivities, the wealth of their rewards?
I'll have the odd ale, enjoy the music, that kind of jazz.
The tavern right now is pretty jovial. Like the townsfolk has come out and kind of like thank you and kind of in a little bit of revelry that they can actually go to sleep at night and not worry about something coming knocking on their door, literally and figuratively. So pretty much anything you guys could want at the moment is at your disposal. No?
I
We've
already
got
said
a
what I'm
cleric
doing.
at the bar, kind of tipsy, swaying around. We've got a you mostly fighter,
mostly the ranger.
mostly ranger.
Aye.
He's hanging out, just tiptoeing to the band that's playing right now.
Drinking with him.
Drinking with him, awesome.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sitting in the darkest corner.
Sitting in the darkest corner. Okay.
Yes.
Gloomy as always.
Loon would be near
Mr.
soul.
Belmont, what are you doing?
I think I would take a second to, before everyone scatters to the wind and goes to the darker corners, to toast to the group for a job well done. Because I know that we don't always get along well in social situations, and we all come from different backgrounds.
It was one time and I apologise for the punch.
You did.
I apologize for nothing.
To be fair, that old lady
Same.
deserved it.
Thank you.
However, you're all doing good, and we're helping people. Some of us are running from things in our past, and some of us are running towards a brighter future. So, regardless, be proud of what you did today.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to it.
Love it. I love it. Is anyone paying attention to the door? Anyone paying attention to just the area around them, or that's kind of, you guys just kind of caught up in the revelry at the moment?
Do I get a passive perception?
What's your passive perception?
21.
You see someone walk in. You see a newcomer into the tavern that goes straight to the barkeep.
All right.
Doesn't say really Buddha. Nobody just kind of walks in.
I'm gonna edge a little closer.
You know, a little closer. Okay. Anybody else?
My passive perception is 19.
You see the same thing as Thoa. You kind of just see some gentleman walk in. He's not wearing anything spectacular. Just kind of common garb. Seems messenger-esque. He just goes right to the barkeep.
I think I'm telling everybody who would listen about the time that we fought this gelatinous cube. And,
A cube again.
That's when you shot me with
it was
crossbow.
more.
I apologise.
Well, it was more of a blob.
I fixed it.
Really, and this blob, less of a cube. And here I am, and we're all fighting, and just anybody who would care to listen, I'm spreading the name, the good name.
The time you lost your arm and had to get it back.
That's true. Two bugbears ran into the room.
Next to the wall.
Loon would make her way up to the messenger person and
Okay.
just, hi, how's it going?
He just kind of looks at you for a moment and just says, just running errands.
Haven't seen you here before.
I'm a courier. I'm here. I'm in and out very, very quickly.
Okay. What brings you in today?
What do most couriers do? I'm dropping off a package.
I would imagine. Well, anything interesting?
I think there's some sort of law that tells me if the package is not yours, then I cannot tell you the contents of the package.
Who's to say the package isn't mine? You don't know who I am.
Well, what's your name?
I wouldn't tell you if I had to.
Then you're not going to know what's inside the package.
That's fair.
The greatest D&D rule breaker. Male.
I want to see if she can catch the name on the package, just.
What's your smarts? You
Oh,
barbarian?
yeah. Oh crap!
You're not in a bar.
Who am I?
You.
I'm still gonna see if she
You
can
see,
catch the name
you see
on the
nothing
package.
in his hands, but you see a courier sack, so you can only intuit that the package is inside the messenger bag. He has not handed anything off to the barkeep yet. You have kind of interrupted him in his dealings.
I will walk toward my sister and say, I apologize for her. She's not very right in the head. Miss poor thing. Who are you looking for? I can scream out their name. I'm very loud.
No offense, because you guys seem like very nice folks.
I am extremely nice.
Sometimes.
But I have a job to do, and the recipient of this package, I was told to give to the barkeep, and the barkeep will handle the distribution of the package.
I'm just gonna hop over to the other side of the bar.
While you're back there, could you give me another ale?
She'll pour the ale, put it down. I am officially the barkeep.
Well, this
is the D&D equivalent of like, can I speak to the manager? Yes. May I help you?
Very proud.
This really grizzled dwarf comes from behind the kitchen. Oi! What are you doing back here?
Sorry.
Please, patrons on the other side of the bar.
While he's distracted, I'd like to just kind of amble up and slip my hand into the pack, see if I can grab something out of it.
Make a sleight of hand.
Committing a bit of mail fraud, are we?
I have never in my life. That's a 29.
Except for right this
yeah, you've gone ahead and you've pulled the package very facetiously from this man as he's distracted.
Yeah, back to the table. Just set it.
He is then going to go reach inside the messenger bag for the package that is not there, and look very disgruntled and very disheveled. The fact that people
I'm actually
are
going to slide it
distracted.
under the table. Instead of on the table.
Nothing up my sleeves, friend.
So he is. This poor courier. He is just a simple NPC.
Messing with the mailman. That's what it can be.
No offense.
Hi,
He's very. This poor courier is now terrified that he has lost his important package. He is now mentally. If anyone wants to roll an insight on this,
I have a 23 passive insight.
he is fretting for his job.
Okay, cool.
And I hope you that weighs conscious.
I have a 20 passive insight.
Same thing.
Cool.
19.
Yeah. He's sweating cold bullets. He's just an honest man trying to do his job.
So
and
here I am beating this thing with one arm because the bugbear. Hang on, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'll walk up to the bar.
What's the name on the package?
Huh?
What's the name on the package?
It says Belmont.
What's wrong, friend?
I was here to give a package, and
Look,
I somehow
son, we've
lost.
all been there, and sometimes people are just not ready to accept your package. And we come to a tavern to give someone our package, and you need to know.
I get paid to give this package.
I'm not here to judge whatsoever. And no one's buying your package tonight, and that's fine.
No, never.
Oh, are you a courier?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
He's very
What
flustered.
the nine hells do you think he was doing, Belmont?
Well, I didn't want to assume. He said he was here to sell his package in a tavern. And the nights get cold. Has anyone seen this man's package? How large is your package?
Small.
Has anyone seen?
I'm allowed.
Has anyone seen this man's package?
Oh, that's free. I mean, he can show me.
Son, we'll keep
Play
an
your
eye out
cards,
for
right?
Well, if any one of you sees like a gentleman named Belmont, tell him that I had.
Found him.
Found him.
That's the man.
Hello.
It's your package.
Then it's considerable
now he's handling
indeed.
your package.
He is handling my. Stop it.
I didn't say a word.
I will keep an eye out for it.
Please.
Consider it delivered.
Thank you.
And I will hand him a couple of gold pieces.
He'll take it graciously and kind of just very frazzled, just turn around and walk out of the bar.
Do not let this
As
rest
soon
on
as
your
he-
conscience.
As soon as he's gone, I make eye contact, slip the package up, and go, I got it.
So proud of you.
Should have known you would have manhandled my package. Please hand it over. What's inside?
Are you gonna open it?
No, he's going to shake it vigorously.
I'm gonna give it the Christmas check.
Inside, it's a package. It's boxed probably about 8 big round.
Sure, I'll open it up.
It's inside is a note.
All right.
A very note,
Cool,
and
we have
a
this right.
about yay long wooden stake.
A wooden stake.
A wooden stake.
Okay. What does the note say?
On the note, it says, "Dearest Michael, I know we haven't talked much as you're growing up. I've heard that you guys have made quite a name for yourself. The time has come. It's 100 years have passed since our family name has finally engaged in what needs to be done, and tomorrow the full moon will rise, and 100 years have come up, and it's time to put him back in the ground. It is your turn, son, to slay Dracula."
I will look at the wooden stake and then pull out my sword that ignites from the hilt, this magical sword that does radiant damage. Eye the wooden stake a little longer, and then put the wooden stake and the sword to the side.
Thank you for finally putting away your wood.
Yes, no, that. Thank you. Oh, that's another one. That's good. That's very good. I've been tasked with a job. And once again, it helps out the countryside. It helps many, many people. And it's a chance to do some real good in this world. I don't know how much it pays, but I'm sure we'd be able to keep anything that we might find at the castle and sell for a pretty penny.
What do we need to do?
She speaks!
We need to kill Dracula.
Everyone make a history check.
Nat 20.
Being monster hunters, everyone can have it at advantage.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Nat 20.
Still 17.
17. 17?
Nat 20.
Nat 20? You
First
get it
one was a 6.
So 2 20s is 17.
17.
17.
16.
16. Cool. My nat 20s.
Hello.
My nat 20s.
The two
you
fire
guys,
genasties of the
and
table.
the fire genasties. It's knowledge, and you more so would know a little bit more as well because your particular patron deals with vampires.
Oh boy.
So every 100 years, every 100 years, so Dracula makes a rejuvenation. Every time you slice the head off Dracula or give him, so to speak, he regenerates over 100 years, and it's a big thing. This is an apex predator in the world on the hunt on the monster chain. For those of you on my 16 or under, similar, you guys have everything but the 100-year regeneration mark, but you guys have heard of Dracula. You guys know he's kind of a myth. It's kind of an urban legend. But if there had to be like a apex predator, this would be him.
So
And that
isn't
includes
this
you
a
with your
wiki
16.
story?
Thanks.
No.
Well, I have a theory. Maybe people can just stop sticking him with pointy sticks and just set the dude on fire.
I've
got lots of that.
I know.
Yeah, no, but the beard's almost grown back after the last one. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
We do seem somewhat like we were made for this. With our combined skill sets and the gods that we worship and our willingness to do good in this world, and you're here as well.
You exist.
We I feel like this might be something good, a legacy that we can leave.
100 years only comes every 100 years.
That's math.
It's very good try.
That's my intelligence.
How far away are we from where we are supposed
You're
to
looking
go?
at about a days. Like this.
So we would have to travel all throughout the night.
You would get there if you left tomorrow morning. You get there probably around dusk.
Okay.
Is it fair to say, since we are rich and powerful adventurers, we have horses?
I assume that you guys would have almost like a carriage,
Yes, please.
like a wagon.
Cool.
Stretch carriage.
Stretch limo.
It's got 4 horsepower.
4 horsepower?
Hey! Didn't you judge me, Belmont?
No, I'm not. All of the fuel is organic. I'm into it.
Absolutely.
Renew Doable.
The emission suck. Yeah. Let us rest for the evening, and we'll set out first thing in the morning.
Did you guys talk about this in the middle of the tavern?
Sure, why not?
I mean, I would assume off into a corner.
Yeah, quietly.
Hey guys, could you come here?
Do we have enough juice to be like, everybody get the hell out? Like,
Fellas, we need the room.
Okay,
Could you fuck off for a bit?
Thankfully, there was only one person that listened, and it was Barkeep. It was the grizzled dwarf that told
Stared him
us
down.
to get on the other side of the bar. He looks at you guys, and he knows the tale of Dracula, because being in rather close proximity of where his castle would be, it's kind of a thing that most of his towners know of it.
It's a tourist location.
Yeah, it's a tourist trap, if you will.
It's a day's ride away from the ruins. It's an excellent painting opportunity.
Yeah.
Painting opportunity.
Mr. Stoker, we're going to have to check out this evening.
If, like I said, it's a day's ride. And if you guys leave tomorrow morning, you'll be there by dusk tomorrow. If you guys wanted to stay the night and rest, he's more than happy to provide accommodations, considering that you guys have done the town this amazing service.
And in the morning.
If you wanted to leave tonight, just keep in mind that there might be a level of exhaustion because you guys have been fighting all day.
Rest. Rest.
Sleep is good.
Sleep is good.
Mr. Stoker has given you guys the best rooms he has in the tavern. 4 posted beds for those that want it. The food and provisions that he is generally thankful for the service that you guys have given to this town. It is equivalent to a hero's feast.
Oh.
Oh, hey. That's neat.
Glad I prepared that
Equivalent to a
spell.
hero's feast.
You allow rest to change out.
How dare you tell me to take hero's feast and then provide with the hero's feast?
Yes, but how many temporary hit points do we get from this?
Good question.
Aha! I did it. I asked a good question. I knew it happened one day.
Since you two prepared the hero's feast, correct?
But you're also classes that can change out after.
Yeah,
you
I
can
can just
change
change it out.
You can change it out of a long rest.
You can put him out.
Thank you.
Also, this particular benefit lasts 24 hours.
Yay! Thanks.
Is it like a regular hero's feast? Is what it is?
It's a regular level 6 hero's feast.
Do you want to roll the HP for that? For the temporary hit
It's
points?
2d10.
2d10?
Is it temporary hit points or your max HP?
It's 10.
Temporary hit
Maximum.
points.
Your hit point maximum also increases by 2d10. You can say number of hit points.
2d10.
Oh, and we make wisdom save with advantage.
So it is 7 temporary hit points.
Yay!
I'll
7 more
take
than I
it.
had, so I'll take it.
Temporary.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I wrote 70. That was
Yeah.
not correct.
That is
Yeah,
not
I'll take
correct.
that.
Well, no.
Yeah, no.
That is
If
an
we're
extra
just making up
zero.
numbers, I'll take 500.
Keep in mind that Hero's Feast does give you wisdom saves at advantage, and you are immune to poison and being frightened.
Oh, that's important.
Which is very important.
Yes.
I wish I hadn't taken Steel Golem.
Feast 7. Creature is cured of all disease and poison, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, makes all wisdom saving throws at advantage, and hit points go for at an additional 2d10.
Perfect. Just a heads up, anybody within 30 feet of me can't be frightened.
Oh.
Never mind, we're good. We're good. Rest for the evening.
Cool.
Okay. So you guys wake up in the morning. I would assume there's really not much to do at the tavern. The tavern's kind of laid low. So, who's getting up and what are we doing?
Bright and early calisthenics.
Yeah.
I wake up at least 10 minutes early for everyone, just bang on all their doors to wake them up.
Make me a con save to see how drunk you are.
Hungover.
See how hungover you are there.
Because if that's the case, and I'm used to this, I'm going to be banging on your door. I will have launched myself out of bed for this opportunity.
Depending on how hungover she's knocking on other people's doors, like none of
Very
ours.
important question. Is
Nat 20.
Oh
Okay,
no!
She's up. Or
He's up.
He's up. Excuse me. He's up and knocking on doors and your bright and early alarm has come in the face of Saul.
The moment that Soul's fist hits the door.
Good morning.
3, 2, 1, boom, and a bolt just launches into the door.
You know how I feel about waking up
to
before the
open
moon is
the
out.
door. I like to open the door.
And then you see Hugh on the bed with Morrigan in his hand, with this heavy crossbow pointing at the door. Good morning, sunshine. Can I help you?
Just like every morning. Every morning.
Figured out my way out of the room.
Making our way out.
I sleep on the roof.
Sleep on the
So
roof?
I've come down to the. I assume there's a fireplace in
Yeah.
the tavern down here.
There is. There's a little
So
hearth.
I'm sitting by myself with a drink. I'm
Good morning,
shaking
sunshine.
flames.
Bright and sunny as always. Honestly, do you need like therapy? Do you
Not
need to
wasting a
talk?
bolt.
I feel like you need to talk. I feel
It's
like you've been through
probably
some
best
things.
that you don't. Well,
I've got there's some sort of alcoholic beverage in my cup, even though it's first thing in the morning.
It's
I understand this.
7 in the
So
morning.
one of the things that I've practiced doing,
Is day drinking?
well, that too,
Oh,
but
no.
also
I'm creating a fire.
inspired by something I saw today. I've practiced doing a fine mist from my mouth, but because I can produce flame with my hand.
Yeah.
Anybody who gets too close to me in the morning, it's and it's just fire.
I would like to point to my hair that is on fire.
It's fine.
Fire
Do a
Genasi.
thumbs up and turn around.
And then the water
You still
Genasi
got
is
the
gonna
hint.
back up.
The absolute aggression towards Soul is just great.
Look, 10 minutes early, I looked
He
at my
deserves
sleeve,
it.
and he manages to wax on the door. Not having it.
It's either a mothering character or this. Which one did you want?
Mr. Belmont?
I'm doing my daily ritual of bribing whatever innkeeper we're in to pay for the fire damage, the crossbow bolts against the door, and I've
Minimal
got
structural damage this time.
I've got woodworking tools, and as this happens,
Hey,
I think
same.
I'm used to the
No,
routine of
No.
fix the door.
Look, I'll fix my own damn doors, thank you.
No, not yours,
Okay,
but every
thank-
other door that might have caught on fire. From
I have mending. It's fine.
I would also go around
advantage?
putting out the fires.
You
Might
want
I add?
persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion and advantage. Just see how this plays out.
My persuasion is way too high for someone who has 0 charisma.
Well, that's good. That's not bad. That is a 29.
The guy doesn't care. He's like, it's fine. He goes, you guys aren't the first to kind of rough and tumble.
We're
I'll,
God.
I'll polish my armor and make sure that everything's ready to go, and we'll set off.
All right, you guys set off. I imagine a four horse almost wagon almost going down. As you make your way down, you're about a day's ride. As you get, just make sure. Yeah, the ride is pretty smooth. Nothing really much happens. Day turns into afternoon, which turns into evening. You start to see the forests and the plains go from a rich green, vibrant trees forest to things starting to go almost yellow, like going down the gradient, going from that green to a yellow to a red to almost as the life in the earth seems to go away as farther you go into this into this area. Everyone,
Yikes.
roll me perception.
Can I use my passive perception again?
It's really good.
Can I use
Probably
my
not as
passive
good as I'm
perception?
gonna roll.
Do you already roll?
No. Yeah.
21.
21?
No, 19.
19?
17.
I have not rolled yet. Can I
15,
use my passive?
But my passive is 19.
21.
Everyone
23.
knows. What was that?
23.
Yeah. Everyone notices that just the ambient air temperature seems to be dropping just a little bit. Not much to make a huge difference to make you cold, but definitely not the warm summer's day that you left in.
Sure.
And as you get closer, you see this castle overlooking the hills.
Is it
with-
a big castle?
Huh?
Is it a big castle?
It's a huge castle. Belmont, you remember this as something that you were taught as younger of how most castles were elaborate when it comes to vampires. Just because they have so many trophies, they've been around for so long, and they can house so many things.
Sure.
They need the extra room just to almost showboat-esque.
Right. I turn to the group and be like, do you think he's compensating for something?
Yes.
Just a wee bit.
Loneliness, maybe? Looks like a big castle.
I'll ask him while he's burning.
Ooh. As you get closer,
And no one knows what to say to that.
you guys approach the castle, and it's still you are sitting at roughly at a dusk. The sun is still over the horizon, but it's coming down almost at 5 o'clock-esque. As you get closer to the castle, and within about 10 miles of the castle, things go black. As soon as it's almost like someone just kind of snuffed out the light. That when you were 10 feet that way, it was relatively bright out. But as soon as you've crossed this threshold, it has gone dark.
Can those of us with dark vision see?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not magical darkness. It is just like someone put a cloak over this area.
Can I say a hand in front of my face? Yeah, I'll fix that. Cast dark vision on myself.
You
I'm
now
just
have
gonna
darkness.
cast light.
And the
But
light.
also, you have 2 fires, literally.
And what do you cast light on?
You know what? I cast it on a torch.
You don't light the torch.
He puts light
Oh
on
no,
the
he
torch.
literally lit the torch.
That makes me happy. So
And the light, and it's not like the light cantrip doesn't illuminate. It gives you almost the torch-esque feel. It's just the horses stop about 20 feet into this darkness and do not want to budge anymore.
All right.
They are absolutely, unless someone has proficiency in animal handling.
Have half proficiency.
I don't have a proficiency, but I'd still roll if I had to.
That's my other character.
That's your other character. If anybody wants to attempt to coax the horses, it would be at disadvantage because they are terrified right now.
I'm gonna smack mine on the butt and send it off back the way it came.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean you guys.
That's fine. It's cool. I don't want to risk killing your horses.
Nice kid.
I mean, that's it. But they have stopped. They're not running away, but it's like they hit a brick wall. They're not going any further.
Sure.
Cool. You guys are relatively close to the castle. You're about of that 10 miles, of that 10-mile distance, you've probably covered about 5 before these horses have just stopped.
Okay.
The rest of the journey would have to be on foot. Or any other means of transportation that you have.
Let's start walking.
As you start walking, those of us with the passive perception, the high passive perception over your 20, you start hearing wolves in the distance, like howls. You hear just something going through shrubs, and almost not pursuing you, but just letting you know they're there.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to roll to perceive this as well, just to get on alert, if anyone's on alert.
Give it a shot.
I can use the passive perception?
Yes.
Just a 20.
Just 20, yeah. You hear what would be 3 or 4 almost wolf howls in the distance. Just, as if not pursuing you, but just almost pushing you forward almost.
Does 25 change anything? No? Okay, cool.
Does it feel like you're being herded?
That.
Closer to the castle, you're about 100 feet away now. And it's kind of like a typical almost haunted house-esque. You've got the dead trees that kind of make this archway over the castle.
Yeah,
I need a marching order, please.
I'm definitely not first.
First.
Second.
Third.
Fourth.
Sixth.
Sixth. Make me a dexterity check, please.
Check or save?
A save, please.
She was within 30 feet of me.
She is within 30 feet of you.
Plus 5 minutes.
As a root has sprung out of the ground from the trees and tried to latch onto your foot.
22.
22. All right. Yeah. It's pretty simple. You see it coming. You see it coming a mile away. You're like, wait.
It was like a vine?
Like almost like a root. It's come up and like almost trying itself around your leg.
A root just tried to grab me.
Maybe you're finally becoming one with nature.
As she says that,
No.
one goes goes for Thoe.
I'm kicking. Are we close to the front door?
You're close. You're closer to the front door. You're still about 100 feet out.
I'm thinking this is once again we're being herded, but I'm making my way downtown.
Downtown.
I'm
Okay.
trying to
Fast.
run towards the front door, yelling out, "Come on, let's go!"
There's still one has reached out and grabbed, tried to go for Thoe. So dexterity saving throw, please.
Not so much. Oh,
Add 5.
You remember you said
Oh, add
5. Yeah.
Okay. So 8, 13.
13. Make me a strength saving. As it has now entwined around your leg.
6.
It is holding you in place.
Can I stride forward and just cut it?
You can. You
Yeah.
can give it a swing if you want to make an attack roll for it.
Now I
Oof. Okay. That is a 15.
Yeah, it's a low armor class. It's a root. Roll me damage real fast.
Okay. 6. 15 points of radiant damage.
Yeah. Off goes the root. Thoe's leg. It kind of just falls off Thoe's leg a little bit. But I need everyone to actually roll me a perception this time, please.
Okay.
18?
27.
27?
I also got an 18.
18?
14.
14?
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
18.
18. All
Might
right.
not be your last one.
Everyone but Belmont. You feel almost eyes watching you. As you look around, you kind of see, you're looking at the castle. You guys have moved forward a little bit. Belmont, you hear, and then you're like, what's that sound? What is that sound? As you look up, as 3 gargoyles have now trained their sights on you guys. I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Yeah. Nice.
There. Okay, shiny dice. Come on. You are my only hope.
17.
All right.
That's not bad.
Nice.
You're just holding on to that kid. I've never seen her be so still.
All right.
All right.
25 to 20.
22.
22.
21.
All right. Soul and Loon.
Wins.
High
19 to 15.
17.
17 for you.
15.
15 for Azir.
What did you get?
I got a 9.
14 to 10.
10.
So, yeah. And then Mr. Belmont, what'd you get?
Batting cleanup with a 9.
With a 9.
You're just making certain you have everything in
Right.
place first.
Never leave a man or woman
You're being
behind.
fastidious.
Yeah, yes.
Oof.
Making sure this happens. Not yet.
You're
Scaring him. Scaring him.
You're not going last, I'll tell you that.
There you go. Perfect.
Woo!
Because you saw it, Mr. Belmont, they will not get no surprise round against you guys.
Okay.
And then, you see one of the gargoyles jump down. Oof. This big stone creature right in front of you, almost guarding the door as the other two still look atop of it. What are you gonna do? He is sitting there almost just standing in front of the door at the moment.
He's not making a move to attack any of
He
us.
has not made a move to attack
Who's
yet.
first?
I'm first.
He rolled a 20.
Never mind. He's first.
He rolled a 20 and he has an 8 to initiative.
Never mind. He's
Wow.
first.
He's super versed.
He is super versed.
Super.
So he is sitting there. He has not made a move to attack. Almost looking at his other brothers, why they have not joined him yet. Then first in the order is Soul.
So they haven't made a move to attack at all.
They have not made a move to attack.
Okay, I'm gonna hold Word of Radiance until they attack.
Okay, you can do that.
Cool.
Next,
So I
Lou.
prepared that spell.
If they haven't attacked, they haven't attacked, so she would hold her bonus action and then her attack too. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we get for being siblings.
Hugh.
Did you look at that, Valerie? Service. But go on, open the door, big man. Have a go all day.
He's just nope. He's just kind of standing there staring daggers.
Right, callous bastard. Then fine. Going to bonus action Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
And yeah, let's let the bolts fly.
Let the bolts fly.
Oh, well.
Roll me in attack.
There it goes.
That is a 21 to hit.
It hits. Roll damage.
That is a 5 plus 12 plus 17 points of damage for the first shot.
17. Okay.
Second bolt. That is a 33
Okay.
plus 15 to attack.
Oh, God. Cool.
16 points of damage for the second.
16 points damage. Okay.
Ryan just died
He's looking rough. He kind
I was
of.
like,
already.
look, I asked you to open the door. You didn't want to do it, so that's on you.
He's kind of sitting there. He's got these 2 crossbow stakes just sitting in his chest, but he's holding He's rough, but he's holding fast. Good move. Azir.
I'd like to 4 times Eldritch Blast. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Let's see. That's
Finger
a 27.
crossbows.
Yep.
The lowest one is a 15.
The 15 is at armor class.
Okay, so they all hit.
They all hit.
Okay.
10.
26.
Just with one massive Eldritch blast, he crumbles on him. He will rock.
Cool.
Next.
Nice.
Thoy.
I'm
Always a
gonna
joy to watch you work.
cast level 4 flame blade
Okay.
as a bonus action,
Okie dokie.
and then hit because there's 2 left. Still,
There's
right?
2. There are 2 left, but they are sitting on top of the door frame. They have not jumped down yet.
Oh, they haven't come
They
down.
have not come down yet.
Got it.
We could invite them.
Had they gotten a surprise round, then yes, they would have, but they didn't.
But
All
they
right.
didn't.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast flame blade anyway,
Okay.
and say, "Are you gonna let us in?"
Roll me intimidation.
Intimidate.
21.
21. With the fact that one of their brothers is now in rubble. One of them off. The other one's still holding fast.
Alright.
Just to make sure.
Speaking
Yeah.
is a free action, right?
Speaking as a free action.
Oh, but I already used my bonus action. Never mind. I'm good.
And then last, Mr. Belmont. You've got one gargoyle sitting on the corner on the door.
I know how this group operates. I probably never stopped walking forward towards the door as the Eldritch Blast with like the crossbow bolts, like these 2 holding their action. As I get to the door, I'm like confused as to the one that's still there, and then I'll like look over at her and say like,
They didn't know who you are.
"She asked you a question. Are you leaving?"
Roll intimidation again. Got advantage.
Spook this dog.
Great. 18.
Yeah, he rolled a 1.
Hey.
You see him just instead of going from his life stone form, you just see him kind of just go back into a stone form. Just go back into his shell. So
I'm just gonna go ahead and
just goes back right back into his shell. Gone.
Who said that? One of the gargoyles.
I don't know what you're talking about. So the door, you hear it as the door opens.
By itself?
The door opens by itself.
Of course.
That was easy.
What self-respecting spooky castle would have somebody open the door for us? Come
You
on
know
now.
what?
That's fair.
All I know is I need something to hit sometime in the next 10 minutes.
I'm sure we'll find something for you.
Don't do it. No,
Not yet.
it's better if you just leave it be.
There's a bench. There's a door.
Sure, if we get up there, quick enough, you can whack on the gargoyle statue.
Let's move faster.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Everybody walks in, the door closes, the door opens just a crack, and
Whack!
Anyway, that's what happened. Have a nice night.
Yeah, and it's canon now.
Yes.
Tell us about what we walk into.
Okay, so you guys walk into what would be almost a grand parlor. There are rooms to the left and right of you. There are rooms to the front of you. There is no windows and no doors. And there is
Of course,
a
there's
staircase.
always my way.
Is it? No, that ain't.
There is.
Wait, the doors were behind us?
Huh?
No, there's
As
no
you walk-
doors.
as
These
you
are
walk in,
fucking stone
As you
wall.
walk in, there is a resounding boom as the door shuts behind you. But there is also 2 staircases that go upwards in there. Yep.
Rooms to the left and right.
Rooms left, right. There is
Staircase
one
that
on the
goes up.
base floor, as well as there is 2 staircases. Now, this is something that I've really wanted to try out, and this is the first I'm going to do this. This castle, part of Dracula lore, this particular Dracula's lore, is the castle and Dracula are together. Dracula can control the castle by thoughts. So how I'm going to deal with this is how you guys roll is what's going to happen inside the castle. If the castle is aware of your presence now inside of it, but it does not know exactly where you are at.
Okay.
So how you guys roll and how you guys interact with the castle, it'll rebuke in faction in turn.
Okay.
Well, with Miss Punchy over here, it's gonna know where we are real quick.
It just knows that you're in it now due to the scald mark on its front door.
Okay.
So adventurers, where would you go?
I've read any great mystery novel. I'll go this way with all the pretty girls, and y'all go that way.
With all of your history novels, how many of those heroes lived after splitting the party in this way?
There's usually a talking dog, and they do.
Okay. These, I'm familiar with these novels.
I read that one too. The talking dog goes with the pretty girls.
I'm the dog.
You said it, not me.
As the chatting goes around.
Oh no.
Please
GM has just redeemed a potion, but for the DM.
Oh, for me?
What?
Oh, Concernicus.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you, GM Cross.
GM Cross, go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
How?
I think Belmont's going to look at the staircase.
Staircase?
But we can. I'm open to suggestions if you guys want to explore the left.
I would also look at the
Are
staircase,
you
but I
guys,
would
are you
like
guys
to
looking
look
for any
traps.
clues? Are you just looking for somewhere to go?
Can I reference history at all?
You can
Like,
roll. Roll
61.
a history check, my friend.
How many
You,
proficiency
you know
levels do you
all
have?
the things.
I don't understand how
You
passive
have like
things
triple,
work, but
you
like,
have triple expertise. How's that possible?
Okay, so 14.
14. It's hard, buddy, because because that information of the castle kind of moving, it's interchanging the parts. It's kind of something that you know of. So the next door could be anything. It could be the same room twice over almost in some cases.
I would like to use my dungeon dweller trait
Okay.
to look for any secret doors.
Okay. Roll me investigation.
Cool. That is a. Hold on, I don't think I have any plus 2 investigation. That's a 17.
The 17.
Yeah.
You don't find any doors. There's nothing immediately hiding in this. But
that's my one skill.
Roll me perception.
Perception.
As you're kind of looking down, and kind of just trying to get the lay of the land for the castle.
6.
6.
Yeah.
Something's bothering you. You don't know quite what it is.
Something's bothering me.
Yeah,
I
just-
don't know what it is.
could it be the creepy castle?
You know what?
And all the
Welcome to my
spooking things they're in.
Fair.
As her sister knowing, or as his sister knowing, like, how he gets, could she have rolled, like, perception behind him to be like, I'm gonna
Yeah, sure. I
these
like that.
things.
Yeah, play
Be
into
like,
the
everything you looked at, I'm gonna look at again, but I'm not gonna tell you, and then I'm gonna casually point it out.
Yeah, like I like this little brother sister going on. Yeah.
I just point their head to something with a 24.
The 24.
Hey, look at this.
So that they
Actually-
find it.
Thank you. For building
not
my
quite
ego up.
Not quite exactly with the perception, but this is what I'll say: is you're like so. Just relax for a second. Put your hand on the tile. So put your hand on the tile almost, and you feel almost of grinding stone. As you feel as almost the castle moving.
Belmont.
Yes.
As she puts your hand down, you feel the same thing of the tile, almost of grinding stone. And between that and the knowledge that the castle can almost interchange its parts, you can have kind of put it together. Like, no matter what room you go to, it could be anything.
Sure. So that being said, and I'm just gonna open the first.
The doors at the bottom of the stairs, or the doors on one of the other sides?
I think I'm gonna open the door at the bottom of the stairs. Since no, not. But on that look, I'm gonna go.
It could be anything.
I'm gonna go just the door on the left.
It could be both.
If this is a maze, yeah. If this is a maze, I'm gonna do the one on the far left.
Far left?
Just
Okay.
the far left, and almost like putting your hand against the wall and walking the maze.
Roll the 61.
I don't know if I should send this straight to him or have him just add this potion into the house somewhere, because I don't know if Dracula would drink this.
The garlic potion, of course.
It's a garlic potion.
It's a garlic
Do you
holy
want me
water
to
martini.
describe what the potion looks like?
Sure.
At some point.
Yeah. Thanks, GM Cross. This is great.
So, the liquid in this flask appears pearlescent. If you look into it for long enough, you can see ghostly, familiar shapes in its reflection.
No. Okay. Yeah. No. It's in the dungeon. I can use that.
Okay.
That is now not. That is something you guys can
Give
find.
it to
inside
Zoe.
the-
Dear God.
I love this. This is gonna work so well.
Well, all right.
Okay. So Belmont, if you go, which door did you go through, or what door did you want to go through?
Far left, unless somebody else had a suggestion.
Anybody else have a?
Fine by me.
No, the sooner we
Left.
go into a room, the sooner I can hit something. Let's go.
Sooner we can hit something. Cool.
You're really angry.
As you open the door, you see a long hallway in front of you. And as you see this long hallway in front of you, does anybody go inside the door?
Would anyone like to check for traps? Just go with investigation?
Yeah, I'll walk in.
Just walk in. As you walk in, it's pretty obvious. I'm not going to make you roll for it. There are 3 levers in the center of the room.
Ooh.
It's a long hallway.
Long hallway, about 60 foot long, but there are 3 levers in the center of the room on the sides.
All right.
2
I
and
say
then
we
1.
do the right one.
Do you guys go into the room?
I mean, I'll follow behind our fearless
Yes.
leader here.
Okay. If you guys are all in the room, door locks behind you. Oh, none. As you hear,
All right, I'll go over to the levers.
Oh,
It
God.
sounds like the walls are going to be closing
as
in,
you,
or the floor
as you
is...
take a step,
No.
the almost conveyor belt-ish, the floor rises up just a little bit and starts moving you to the center of the room.
Oh, God.
In the
Okay.
center of the room, right before the levers, there is now a pitfall. The floor has dropped out. You've got about, I'll use the same initiative rolls, because you've got about 15 seconds before you've hit that center of the
So we got 2 rounds before we hit the center of the room.
You hit center of the room.
Got
Now,
it.
there are three levers, and they are both on your side of the pitfall.
3 levers?
3 levers.
Okay.
They are all in the up position.
Someone.
Do you want me to just carry us over the pit?
Is there a door on the other side?
There is a door on the other side.
Can you do that?
Giant eagle?
Is it gonna take 15 seconds to take all of us over it?
Nope. Just 2 of you. That's it. The rest of you guys are out of luck.
I'm gonna walk forward and pull the center level.
Pull center level?
Yeah.
When you pull that center level, it slows the catwalk just a little bit.
Okay.
It buys you probably about another round.
Is it really big space right now, and there's like space to jump over to?
You've got 60-foot hallway, 20-foot conveyor belt on both sides, and then 20-foot gap in the center.
What
Can I jump that?
Well, like the walls in width,
The walls in width
Wall.
are you can be too wide, it'll be fine.
too wide.
Should I
Yeah, so
pull
you can
another
have
lever?
yourself
Yes
and
or
somebody
no?
else. If you're looking
You
at
can
the width,
jump back and forth.
I think that's
no,
your
you cannot
turn.
jump the pit. But as far as the width of the hallway, you can have yourself and somebody
Whose turn
else.
is it next after mine?
For yours, it's Noon's.
Okay.
Is it
I'm
my
sorry.
turn right now?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if I could like athletics my way across by like bouncing back and forth on the walls.
If you would like to do jump off the wall and try it, is that what you're asking?
Well, we got one way out, so might as well. Let's go for it.
Okay, roll me
recommend you get angry first.
Athletics. Okay.
You got this. You got it.
So describe to me exactly what you are doing with this roll.
She's
More
backing
wall
up a
hopping.
little bit so that she can like ricochet back and forth with her legs, back and forth to get to the other
So
side.
you want to kind of
bounce,
almost
bounce,
pyramid
bounce,
run?
overside.
Okay, how I saw it was you running and shaking, almost kicking off the wall, jumping it and kicking back off.
Whichever. That's kind of how I saw going back and forth was to get to the other
The
side.
room
as far
isn't
as
wide
how
enough
long
to
it
do
is.
almost a second kickoff.
So if I ran and kicked off of the edge of the floor and tried to jump,
yeah,
it's 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a 40-foot speed, and then I got a 25.
25. Make me a strength saving check.
Heard.
As you see Loon running and
can't
jumping and jumping over, kicking off the wall and making it, but
29.
She makes it? Okay. So she runs over, makes this big wall jump, doesn't get her feet on the ground, but just enough that her elbows hit the elbow and she's able to pull herself back up. Loon, as you arrive to the other side, the
Is it
conveyor
coming
start
back
puts you
this
back
way?
to the back.
But is there there's more way to go?
There is more way to go.
Okay. Y'all gotta get here. We gotta get going.
Wow. Whose turn is it next?
It is you.
Right. Let's see.
I pulled a
Can I
lever
do-
and it works.
Yeah. She slowed down. Had he not pulled the lever, you would have not made that save. It would have dipped you into the pit.
Me?
No, when
Okay.
they grabbed
She
onto
slowed
the
it
ledge.
You
You're
did
welcome.
Thanks.
Can I do any kind of a check on the levers to see if any one of them is more worn than the others to see if it's been used more
You can
often?
investigate that, absolutely.
Natural 20.
That's 20.
Hey!
You don't see you don't see a wearing in the handles, but you're like, there's gotta be something to this. There's gotta be something to this. As you right where the handles stick into the wall, you notice one has more gears than the rest of them.
Hi there.
That one of them just has a little bit more mechanism to it.
Hey, well, that's interesting. Hit.
And as the floor stops, thus getting you guys out of initiative, but the pit is still there.
Well, that's my good deed for the day.
The list has got a lot easier.
Hey.
I can just ferry you guys across a couple at a time.
Yeah.
All right. A giant eagle.
Giant eagle, okay.
Wild shape.
Cool.
So I'll pick up the two closest to me.
That's
No,
valid.
I've said something. Please don't drop me.
Please don't
Because
drop
are you in full plate?
Huh?
Are you in full
Am I
plate?
in full plate? I don't think so. Hold
Is
on.
Belmont in full plate?
Well, Belmont's definitely going to be.
Yeah, he's in full
Okay.
plate.
So Belmont's a solo trip.
Belmont is a solo trip.
I have medium armor.
You have medium armor? Okay. So for the two people that you guys, ferry over, it's a strength check. It's a strength check
Okay.
with wild eagle stats or giant eagle
Got
stats.
it. Okay.
Just to make sure you can hold people at 20 foot.
Whew, we'll see. 21 is the strength check.
Yeah. Cool. No worries. Like, bloop, bloop, crane game almost.
Yeah.
And then one more for Belmont.
This is a save or a check?
Save.
Save.
Oh, it's strength save.
It was
Wait,
nice
strength
knowing
save?
you.
That's
Thanks.
completely different. Okay, strength save is I've got a -1, so then that was terrible.
To
That
your
was a 5.
saves?
My save for strength?
As
No, as an
a
eagle.
dragon.
Sorry,
As an
save.
eagle.
Sorry. Oops.
Also, if this is with Belmont, don't you
Yeah,
get
you
like
also
the
get a
+5
plus
from the
5.
Yeah,
Oh,
you get a
that's
plus
right.
5
from the
Okay.
Radiant Belmont bonus?
The overrated Belmont bonus.
So it's 9, 14.
14.
Yeah.
Would you like to assist stability wise? As she.
If it looks like if she comes over and she picks me up and I hear a like the like fat eagle grunt like I'm not what I'll do is I will no like just because like I will hold off, and I will just try to.
Because I can always do one at a time too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it
I think
easier.
she can lift like 500.
Yeah, I can.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
right,
then,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's no
nice.
worries then.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
can lift 500 pounds.
Oh, yeah, that's my fault.
But I would encourage. No. I would encourage her
Yeah,
to
so-
just go solo with these strips like
That's
a
cool.
boss.
So yeah, just almost cranking left and forth. So you guys have made it over the pitfall. Simple little thing. There's a door on the other side.
Yeah, we'll try out the door.
You open the door, and you open the door to a brick wall.
Oh, come on.
As we've noticed that there is still another lever left.
Yo.
Yeah, I guess I'll bring you back. Jeez.
Or
You
just
just
call
Call lever.
Yes.
I mean, you can bring me.
I guess I can go push the other lever.
I believe
As she goes over, hits the leather.
If I was a
I
bard,
roll
I'd
my
give you
eagle eyes
inspiration.
and go push the other lever.
Behind, never mind. Behind eagle eyes, never mind. As they pull the lever, as you open the door once again, you are now able to go into the next room. It took every inch of me not to go wrong lever. Thank you, Iggy.
Wrong lever. Pull the lever. Crunk.
Wrong lever.
Cool. I walk into the new room.
Or do we even
Cool.
have that lever?
This one I'm really kind of proud of.
Oh no.
Yeah, this one I'm really kind of proud of.
Okay.
So you guys walk into what would be a reliquary, for Count Dracula. You have a rather large room filled with books, filled with glass cabinet items, filled to the brim with just different items, just things that he has captured over time. You do notice a moonbeam, a simple moonbeam that seems to be on these. There's a big stained glass portrait of Count Dracula, and there is what looks like a silhouette of a full moon behind him in this stained glass. In the center of the stained glass, there is a pearlescent little gem that seems to be filtering about yay much, almost like a laser pointer of moonlight from the outside, that is going into the gem. Into the gem that is filtering then inside the reliquary.
It's cool. None of us are rogues. None of us want to steal something.
It is almost laser pointer-esque that you see like this moonbeam from the tall stainless glass down.
Where is it hitting?
Huh?
The beam. Where is it?
Just the carpet right now.
Okay.
Or the tile floor, excuse me. But there's books, there are cabinets, there are. This is a great little investigation place.
I would be looking closer at the books.
Closer to the books, roll me investigation.
18.
18? You go through, you're like, there's gotta be something in here. You're like, he's gotta have something about himself. Like, come on, he's been around for so long.
Reminds you to have to insist on it.
A little bit of a narcissist. You find almost a bound book on the history of Dracula. And you see kind of like almost like Half-Blood Princess, like he's writing his own notes in the margins. Like, oh, that's not right.
He changed the biography to an
He changed his own biography. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff like,
I never said this shit.
Yeah, like never.
I do not say blah blah blah.
Why do they keep saying Ivan?
I don't have an accent. Like
on the inside cover, what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets.
Exactly. Thank you.
So this is room like it's full of like just like stuff. This is like his trophy room.
It's a trophy room essentially, a library / trophy room.
I would like to detect. I would like to craft detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
It's everywhere, honey. Like there's this room is filled to the brim.
Okay. I'm gonna start looking around to the magic items, finding any weapons that are magical.
Finding weapons? Okay, roll me investigation.
Do I have any pluses to anything being around people?
You do not.
Damn it, 10.
10?
Yeah.
I'll give you this.
Cool. Thank you.
As you look around, you're like, man, like it's a trophy room. There should be something in here. Like there's you see different ceremonial daggers. You see different. There seems to be a mace of a war priest. there seems to be
Mace of
Mace of Warproof. There seems to be just all sorts of kind of things. Nothing that you can really discern as super magical because they all have that kind of radiant
Same
aura. Yeah.
I point out the war priest mace for you.
You're like, I want it.
I want
I want to touch it. But I'm also really distracted by this moonbeam.
Okay.
What do you like? Your name is Loon.
Well, thanks, soul. I would be really distracted by the moonbeam, so she would probably go up and try to investigate that a little bit and figure out what's going on over there.
Okay.
Since it's pointing at like a specific area in the carpet. Given that it's doing that, she'd also probably try to see if there's anything like looks like it's been dragged or moved from location.
Roll me investigation. Like as you go over to where the moonbeam impacts the tile floor.
Please be kind. That's a 15.
This is 15. Just a little bit of scuffing. Just a little bit. It seems like regular traffic though. Is there anything you're trying to do with the moonbeam or to see where it's directed at?
I don't really. It's hard because like she sees that it's pointing at a specific spot,
Okay.
so it's
Tile floor.
projecting.
Sorry, I misdid carpet's tile.
Break the tie.
Yeah, let's go for it.
It's
Okay,
pointing
roll me
at the tile.
All right, roll me an attack.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh, definitely.
Sorry,
Nothing
I
to
need
go
2
on.
of those.
Loon's pissed at the.
Don't make Loon mad.
Okay, no. As Loon's like, I'm gonna see what the sun retan.
Are you punching it or what are you doing? What are you using?
Even if I just punch it,
it's plus 13.
It's supposed to be, no, it's floor, guy.
and I rolled 2 19s on the die, so
Yeah, so
I just wanted an image of her punching the floor.
So as you kind of crack the tile and the molding kind of breaks a little bit, you can kind of peel it back a little bit. You see almost a trapdoor-esque.
cool.
You see what would be like with one tile. You see like a metal top, but it has a hinge, so you can only assume.
She's gonna start clearing tile.
Start clearing tile. Cool.
Found a hidden door. It's my
Do I have to roll more attacks or?
No, I'm good with that. What about you guys?
I'm gonna see. Is there a huge ostentatious portrait of Dracula in this room?
There absolutely is. How did you figure that
Near
out?
the marker top.
You know me so
But,
well.
well, I will even give you this because you asked specifically.
Yay!
You have stained glass portrait of Dracula that has the moonbeam.
Stained glass.
It's there's a stained glass portrait of Dracula with the moonbeam shining in.
He's definitely compensating for something.
As well as you see the big obligatory Count Dracula portrait over one of the reliquaries. And surprisingly, right across this portrait is a mirror.
I would like to hand him a marker.
Before he defaces.
Aww.
Is it
Like I'm halfway up the stairs at this
reflected?
point.
Is his portrait reflected in the mirror?
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, as I'm walking out there, I kind of look back at the mirror.
The portrait itself? Yes, the portrait itself is reflective, so he's looking at himself.
Okay.
Let's see. What level of facial hair does Vlad Dracula Tepesh have?
Just like a little soul patch goatee. Like.
Just gonna connect that real quick. Extend the mustache to be more tweedly.
Ah, yes.
And
the snidely whiplash.
And for the finishing touch, unibrow.
My bad.
Cute,
touch. Toss the marker back.
Anything piquing your interest, Mr. Azir?
I'm just watching him going, huh. I married that. All right.
The gem.
The gem, yes.
The gem. The moonlight is shining down
Yes,
onto
so
a particular.
there is stained glass. On the stained glass, picture of Dracula and then full moon. Center full moon is that gem that is bringing that moonbeam, almost like a laser pointer, into the reliquary. where they are now tearing up tile.
I did yell out, we found this trap door.
No, I know, and I'll be there in a moment. I just wanted to take care of a thing first.
I respect you and your decisions.
Any of the items standing out to me in this space belonging to my family, maybe past trophies that he took from other adventurers?
Roll me investigation.
To point out the war
investigation or
chief
history,
next to you.
whatever you have both, whichever you have better of. Investigation or history.
I'm not strong, so
boy.
I cannot take this.
It's gonna, that's not bad. That's 20, dirty 20.
Which one?
Let's go. I think they're both the same. So
Then
let's go history.
History? Okay. You know that there has been a couple weapons lost by the Belmont family to Dracula, where the ancestors haven't quite made it through the trial, and they've been defeated by Count Dracula. The picture of Dracula to you is odd.
Okay.
Especially now that I'm finished with it.
I don't
Probably
remember him having a mullet. Did he always have a mullet?
Since when does he have a mohawk?
This takes away some of the fear. Business in the front, party in the back.
Right,
but
there's front pillage in the back. Got you.
Yeah, there. That's fun.
One more perception check, everybody, because you're looking at this.
That would be a 19.
Cool. You're as you're looking at the portrait of Count Dracula, and just kind of looking and just trying to see what there is to see. You notice something's odd with his eyes. That's not by Hugh's hand.
Okay.
Something's odd with his eyes.
Like their actual eye? Like, is it one of the like?
No, it's not like a portrait, but just if you could see it, they almost look jewel-like.
I want to see if I can take the eyes out or them out.
They're not. They're not budging. Like I'm not even gonna make you roll for that one.
Sure.
They're not budging. It's simply a fact, but they look like.
Could I change the? This is a weird thought. Can I change the moonlight beam into to go into the eyes?
You've got a mirror.
Yeah, I'll use a mirror and see if I can change the reflection of the beam into the jeweled eyes of Dracula.
As I was like, I got an idea. And just grabs the mirror. As a door has opened up behind the portrait of Count Dracula.
See, I told you that would work.
I can't believe I didn't think to do this before because I should have, but I'm going to do it now before we go any further.
Sure.
I'm casting Foresight on myself.
Okay. What is Foresight? Could you cast Foresight?
For the duration, it's 8 hours. I can't be surprised. I have advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Woo.
And other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
How long does that last?
8 hours.
Cool. Awesome.
I would also like to cast Foresight.
Is that concentration?
It is not.
Great, no, great move. Great move.
It takes a minute. And she's burning her nuke.
Yes, but it's a heck of a
level
nuke.
9
It's a hell of a nuke.
I mean, that's
Burn it.
Yep.
That's a great move.
But
Yeah.
it's 8 hours.
I mean, we're not threatened right now. You can take all the time you need.
Yeah, take some time. We've got the portrait that has opened up behind Dracula's
Sweet.
portrait, as well as we've got the trap door.
What's behind the portrait? If we
Behind the portrait, for those of you that
these guys are close to us, so you two would actually get the first.
Well, let's hold on.
Unless now she's that was the secret all along.
Let's hold on to that. Let's go back to the trap door.
Since they're taking a minute to cast that, I'm taking a minute to cast Conjure Celestial.
Okay, you got your Quetzal.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
My snake boy.
Yeah. You see souls like, you know what? They're taking a minute to go ahead
And I have all his
cast a
stats and
spell.
stuff in front of me.
I'm going to do that too, but I'm going to do something different.
Yeah.
As you see the celestial form of a Quetzal, a snake serpent, start following them around. As they've asked their deity for a little bit of extra help here in this endeavor.
Are we used to seeing this?
I wouldn't cast it often.
Okay. All right.
So it's like
this is their probably like, hey, it's my little party trick,
It's my one party trick.
So Chuck Door, what are we doing with that?
I want to go in it.
You want to go in?
I also want to go in it.
We're just like focused on this at this point. Like I've been sitting there trying to get it open while all this is happening over here.
No, that I can get behind that. So do you open the trapdoor?
Is it unlocked?
Yeah. You don't see anything that would block
I
it.
would like to check for trap before I open the
roll.
trap door.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not like it's in the name or anything.
It's fine. It's fine. Nope, it's an 8.
Yeah,
That
you don't
door
see
is made of
traps,
door.
But
It's fine. It's a door.
Moon wouldn't check for traps.
Yeah.
under the tile, and the reason this isn't trapped is because Dracula think that no one would go ripping up flooring in the castle. Man,
Of course
who,
not.
Who would do that?
A barbarian who's really pissed at floors.
How
True.
dare you stand under me?
As you go in, there is a gold box
Just like in it?
inside.
Just like a little
Mine.
gold coffer kind of thing.
Cool.
Not
Take
a
out-
coffin, but almost like not a little bigger than this, maybe
Yeah.
about yay big round.
Loon reaches in to grab it.
We take it out.
You can open
And
it
I
up. It
open
doesn't
the
have any
box.
lock on it. Inside, you see a red velvet interior. With that red velvet interior, you see a bottle of silver. It looks like
Okay.
a little potion with a silver liquid inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to GM Cross, you also see the potion that he has given us as well. And last but not least, coiled up inside this box is what looks like a silver whip.
So I have a silver whip and a what was the potion called again?
One of them is just a silver.
Just
One is
one?
just a silver liquid. If someone has Arcana and wants to take a look see at it, you can.
Have Arcana.
He's Arcana adjacent.
Arcana.
Or
I do
Oh, I
have
can do
Arcana.
Arcana.
yeah,
Yeah.
Good
be like,
at
hey,
that.
look at this.
Wait,
Hey,
could you potentially use
hey.
religion to see if it is the whip?
Hey,
The
Belmont.
whip.
I think he's looking at
So the one of the potions I got that would be an 11 total.
Okay.
4 on the dice. Oh yes, I'm very familiar with this potion. It's
Yeah.
quite potent.
What's it do?
Scholars are uncertain.
Insight
I
check.
bet I
You
could
know
tell you
blood
all
game.
about
Not a
it. It would just
scholar.
be in his voice.
I would like to insight check.
Go ahead.
I would like to remind you I have a 23 passive insight.
25.
He's-
You know he's lying. There's
I'm
25.
Do an Arcana
Just
check on
Just
it.
lean
Yes.
over.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
lying.
Why would you lie?
17.
17. Well,
What's your always meant to tell
on the bottle that he's
What if
spilling
we
on? Or
drink
just
On
like-
the one that she was trying to figure out.
Okay.
Trying
Which
to
one did you
figure
give him? Did you give him the silver or the opaque one?
Oh, so there's two
There's
potions?
two
Yeah,
vials.
there's the silver
yes.
one. There's
Yeah.
the one Jim.
There's GM Cross. and
Okay,
an
I would
opaque
have given
vial.
him the silver one.
The silver one. And so that's the one.
It was a 17.
So you know it just being liquefied silver, almost like a weapon solve,
We pour
Liquid silver.
this
Ooh.
down Dracula's throat.
or it could be used to coat a weapon with silver.
Ah.
Do what
They
you will
say
with that
the
information.
amor.
And then
Great
since you
ideas.
have a whip, she'll just hand that to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I have one, but thank you. This is
It's
nicer.
a silver one.
Yes, this is
You
way
already
nicer.
have a
You've-
silver whip?
As
No,
soon
I
as
haven't.
As soon as you touch it.
soon as you touch it, you get overflowed with the radiance
Yeah.
that that you're like, this isn't a whip. As you notice at the ends of the whip are a little more bulbous. It's not a crack on the tail. That the links of the whip isn't leather, but it's metallic silver. It's not just coated. As you have received the Morningstar flail of your family lineage.
Way! Say.
Now, how the Morningstar... And I will send this to you so you can keep an eye on it.
Sure.
Also, I would imagine we've seen you in action doing your psychic blades thing and all that you got going, right? She would hand him the clear potion.
So how the Morningstar flail works is the weapon counts as a normal flail. You can use your whip stats, but it also gives you a 1d12 radiant damage against undead.
Oh.
Additionally, if you would like to attack at disadvantage, you can increase the Morningstar's reach into 20 feet.
Okay.
What
So
hap-
regular whip stats.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Or, also, when you kill an undead creature with the Morningstar, the creature then explodes in a radiant power, causing 4d8 radiant damage to the surrounding area.
Hell yes.
It is the ultimate vampire killer.
This is great.
You can, but creatures created by the explosion do not chain react.
I think
Okay.
it's vampire killer.
No.
So that is that.
The
To the
big question
portrait.
is-
If you guys wanna look at the portrait.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Can we try to figure out what the other potion is first?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
GM Cross's potion.
GM cross potion. If anyone wants to roll a
That was the thing you rolled a 61 on?
Yeah, it's a 27.
27.
So this potion has the ghostly visages. When someone drinks this potion, or you give the potion to someone and they drink it, they roll a d6 and forget that many days. Like they wake up as if those
Some
days
modified
are
memory
just gone. The memories are not modified. It is just like those days aren't there anymore.
That was the most terrifying
So would you
potion
say?
I've ever heard of.
So would you say if you were rested, or if you were really hurting and you rested, or you drank that, you'd feel rested for getting the rest of the days?
If the DM would like to interpret it as such, then yes.
It's a bottle of long rest.
It's a bottle of long rest.
But you don't know why you're here when you wake up.
Or what's happened over the past 6 days.
happening?
You've got a bottle of long rest.
Nice.
As Alcaboose Vendor says,
cool. I
it
gave
is
everyone the right
Men in
stuff.
Black in a bottle. It is a neuralizer.
Oh my god, a 6-day neural. Jeez.
Awesome.
This has been the worst day. Good morning.
All right. So behind the portrait, this one's gonna be fun.
Okay.
As you walk in, there is just a stone corridor. At the very end of the stone corridor, you see what looks like candlelight at the very end. The hallway is big enough for 2 wide, but it looks very simple, like it was meant to be hiding something.
What does the floor look like?
Just tile, stone.
Stone tile.
Stone tile.
Do any of us... can't believe I've never asked this as long as we've been traveling together. We tend to just wander into traps.
Yes, but we're very good at wandering our way out of them.
Suddenly a bear falls from the roof.
So I feel like we should handle this in a mature fashion.
Right, boulder parchment shears, you go first.
I could go first.
I'm actually pretty good at finding traps.
Take the inspiration.
Why
on
are you
that
still
one.
bringing this up if we've been wandering into them this whole time?
I can also find traps.
Okay, those
I
people
can
want
find
to
you
guess-
finding traps.
As long as we all go looking where
I found a trap door.
She did.
Nice.
Sick reference. So what are we doing, folks? We're going down the corridor. What are we doing?
Would you like me to look?
Yes,
no.
please.
Thank you, Action Storage, for another potion for the player.
Oh god. I would like to cast check traps.
Okay, go ahead and roll traps.
Cool, hold on, I'm trying to figure out what level that is. Where is it?
9th level spell.
The
There's
second
traps
level spell.
everywhere.
This whole place is a trap.
The castle's a mimic.
Alright, so I
Get
kind of
out,
had cast
get out.
it. It's 120 feet instantaneous. You sense the presence of any traps within range that is within the line of sight. A trap for the purpose of the spell includes anything that would inflict sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable. Was especially intended as such by its creator. Thus, the spell would sense an area affected by the alarm spell, glyph of warding, or because I can
So
see
it basically
spells.
Words.
Now, hang on. She does not sense the location of it. She
I
just
just know
goes
it's
like,
there.
somewhere here, there's a trap.
I think
There
there's
is,
a trap.
I'm not gonna let you burn that spell because there are no traps in this hallway.
Oh, okay, thanks. Now let me burn that spell. That's great.
Action Surge just rolled a 72
Two on the
on
potion.
a potion for Loon.
For Loon, you
For
get a
Loon.
trap.
I get a potion. Thank you.
That's a good potion.
I am going to up the value of this
1,000.
particular thing.
I love that everyone's contributing. It's a great time, but man.
I'm so
Do we
excited.
continue down the corridor now that we know there's no traps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Loon, you forgot about this weird potion that you have in your bag that switches between a red and blue color. It is just constantly switching back and forth.
Cool.
That's all we know.
That's all you know.
So
Would you like me to look at your potion for you?
Hey, I totally forgot. I also found this one. Would you mind?
Why didn't you ask me what this potion did before we came into the castle?
Well, because I was too busy giving you your potion.
Oh my gosh. I have no idea what it is. I rolled a 2.
The sass comes out. Okay. So as you guys make your way down the hall,
Did she just show sarcasm? That's a new emotion.
as you make your way,
We're making huge strides.
making great strides.
Well, thank you for checking anyway.
as you make your way down, all you see is, as you make your way down, it's a very barren stone corridor. At the very end, lit in candlelight, is a figure just sitting on a throne. Not a throne, but like an iron, like a stone chair.
Like actually, like a figure. What does the figure look like?
He just has black robes on.
Does he
Um,
look Dracula size?
He does not.
Oh, okay, cool. I think
Grab
an
me,
actual answer for
roll me
that.
perceptions.
Yo.
That's not a D10.
17?
That's a 30.
30?
Whoa.
17.
17.
21.
21. Loon.
24.
24.
18.
18. Everyone notices it. He's not really hard trying to like avoid it. You look at his hands. They're skeletal.
Cute.
For my 30, you look around
You
his...
pierce the veil that hides his face.
You pierce the veil almost, and
There's 6
It's a
people
skull.
sitting at a table.
and not only that, but next to the stone chair is a scythe.
Ooh. Skull, scythe. Come on, guys.
What?
What is it?
What are you
I didn't
guys?
see all that
I'm
one.
in the wrong campaign.
It's Cal. No, I'm kidding.
With the scythe.
Hey guys.
Oh, no, come on in.
It's been many years since someone's found me back here. How you guys must have found about the moonbeam.
Oh, the moon. I thought it was because it threw a mustache on it. Or was it the unibrow?
I'd like to see that.
Oh, by all means, no, it's a good work. I'm quite proud of it.
It's true.
He's not hostile. He's not moved. He's so. I'm gonna take it you guys are here to kill Dracula.
I mean, he did come back, so we got to put him back.
Would
in
you
the
be
ground.
upset if we said yes?
You see his kind of shoulders drop a little bit.
Well, he's still personal. It's for the safety of the realm. Well, it might not be personal for all of us. Like, pointedly not looking at Belmont.
I'm going to say this. Your jovial attitude
Aye.
is going to work better with me than it will for him.
Aye.
Being Dracula isn't just a name, it's a title. But with that title comes control over death, control over my job, my realm. I was stripped. Being death is a position. It's not. If you guys removing Dracula instead of removing my bonds. So when you ask me, am I okay with you killing Dracula? I'm going to say, it's going to be hard, but it's gonna make my life a whole lot easier, or unlife.
So it would behoove you to assist us in any way that you are able to.
I can't do much. He has realm over in this castle. It's almost like his own domain. It's his own plane of existence. That's why I haven't been able to escape. That's why he's locked me in this godforsaken hallway. But I can say this. These doors, you can get lost in them forever. I have just enough in me, so when you guys leave this hallway, you are going to be in his throne room. I have been around just enough, a couple thousand years, to know about the inner workings of this castle. If you so are inclined, you'd be doing me a favor.
Yeah, what do you say, love?
Oh, definitely.
You do the Reaper a favor, why not?
Belmont, this strikes you a little. This strikes you a little harder because you're aware. You know of this ritual. That in order for the first Dracula to have been born, he had to create over death. He had to create himself dominance over death.
How do we free you? How do we break the cycle permanently?
Take his head, stake in the knife, or stake in the neck, stake in the heart. There's no way to stop Dracula permanently, but there is a way to stop the cycle, and that is with that stake. You guys don't happen to have one on you.
Will these work? And hold up crossbow bolts. Just
Not necessarily.
bollocks.
It's a good try.
I mean, it's plenty of wood.
I do have this, and I reach into my bag and pull out a parchment, and then I put that back, and then pull out the wooden stake.
Aye, that's it.
If you may. And he doesn't even reach out. Just kind of floats. Just kinda, he brings his hood back. And you just see this skeletal figure. And just yes. Your family's cursed to this castle. You know that, right?
I do.
And yet you walk in like the rest of the others. Well, so if you'll do this, you'll have a favor from me.
Understood.
As you see he takes his scythe and runs it along the edge of the stake. As he does, silver almost from the scythe coats the stake. He goes, this should put him down for good.
I'll hang it at my side.
I will let you know this. He knows you're here. He hasn't watched your every move. I have enough privacy in this domain that you will, once you step through that door, it'll be that time. Your fate is in your own hands at that point. And unfortunately, being in his domain, I have no reign over it. So if you fall, you're his. I have no dominion in this hellish planescape.
No, we best not fall.
You best not.
Well.
Gather what you need. You can rest here for a moment if you'd like. Let me know when you would like to leave, and it's off to go see the master of the manor.
Right,
I
well,
say we go now.
well, before we go just rushing in to face the Lord of the Manor, we might need a plan.
Kill him.
Aye, that's the end, but what about the beginning and the middle there?
Stab him with a stake.
That would be the end again.
Fire. Lots of fire.
He's going to try using some of his old tricks, but we are not coming into this completely blind. I would say stay close to me, but there's no telling what sort of magics he has at his disposal. And you all know the drill that staying close might give you a boost, but it also makes us a larger target, or an easier target if we're all clumped together. He will try to talk his way out of it. He's got a smooth tongue. I do know that sunlight affects him in a very negative way, and that he might not be able to use all of his tricks should sunlight be a part of the equation.
I approve of that.
Belmont, what does he usually fight with? Any weapons?
The stories change. Sometimes it's swords, sometimes it's claws, sometimes it's charming a member of a group of adventurers to fight.
You know that your previous answer, the one before you,
Yeah.
he has been more in arcane, more destructive magic. He has found a likeness in the arcane than it is in the material sword and shield nowadays. He prefers to sit on his throne almost and just cast fireball. Just fire.
Well, I mean, I can knock him on his arse for you. I'm very good at that.
I feel like you staying from a distance, you getting up close and personal, and as you affectionately have said in the past, wrecking him. And the rest of us are doing what we can.
I'll keep you up.
You light him on fire.
Lots of fire.
Lots of fire.
Stay close to Belmont, love. If only to make sure he soaks the damage instead of you.
Right. Valid.
Have you got your preparations?
Should we rest? None of us took damage, right? It's only a short rest.
Stake in the neck.
Stake in the neck.
What would have to happen would be a
Decapitation.
Decapitation and almost
Stake in the neck.
In the jugular. Drop him and
I can
thus dropping him.
try to take care of that decap for you.
Yes, ma'am.
You also know that if you were to manage to get the stake in the heart, it would very much almost immobilize him.
Got it.
It would be detrimental to everything if you got the stake inside of him, period.
Let's do this.
For once, I agree with her.
You know what? Fine. Been looking for a good scrap after a
We
bit.
can put down before we can put him down again.
That's you.
What's up?
My family's been doing this for years. Every time we walk forward, we stride forward, and it's this same image painted over and over again. You all have taught me so much. Just being in your presence. I would never have thought to draw on a mustache on the Dark Lord. So let's change the script for the first time in millennia. I'm going to hand the stake to his ear.
Perfect. I'm in date.
Okay. Absolutely. All right.
This is fine.
As Death gets up, he doesn't even touch the floor. He grabs his scythe and walks toward the end of his corridor. He goes, I cannot go any further. But this is your fight. Like I said, I cannot stress this enough. If you fall, I cannot reap you. You are thralls at that point. As he takes the end of his scythe and on the door.
Living myth.
Living myth.
Holy weapon.
Holy weapon. Cool.
Putting a hand on Belmont's shoulder.
Anybody else want to do any preparations before we go in?
Michael,
I got my snake.
your family's fought against this bastard for generations. There's one thing that you have that they don't. Us. So, let's put this fanged fecker into the ground.
Let's do this.
Before he knocks on it, I'm gonna hold out my pendant, my sun pendant.
Mhm.
Does he know you're here?
Oh, asking Death?
Mm-hmm. There's no life without death. So I assume so.
He knows of me. He knows that I'm. The reaping is done on different planers by different reapers. So it depends on what plane he's looking at if I'm there or not. I know in this particular plane, I haven't seen moonlight even in the past 1,000, 2,000 years.
Okay.
Before we go in, bringing in my wildfire spirit.
Okay. Any last minute preparations?
Looks like I'm gonna rage.
Alright.
I'm gonna go Guardian of Nature.
Wait till you're hitting something.
Great
That's
choice.
fair.
I want to let you.
It's a
I wanna let you
bonus
guys
action,
know.
but it's obviously what I'm gonna do the second I get in here. So.
If you rage and don't
having
do something,
Death
rage goes
give
away.
you that little bit of solace, that's huge. Being able to use your actions now instead of inside the fight is going to be huge. It's going to help you guys out so much.
Okay.
Really good job on figuring out the moonbeam in the eyes. As Death on the door, hear it just very silently. He goes, "Destiny awaits," and he takes a big step back. Need marching order.
First.
Second.
Third.
Fourth.
Fifth.
Sixth.
Amazing. As you walk in,
Same walking order.
Same
We know our plan.
We know, yeah.
We have a system.
as you walk into the throne room, the what we have here is a stone, glossy white stone, all the way up, red silk carpet right in the center. This room isn't enclosed all four walls. The back wall is gone. It's almost like you're sitting almost on a balcony. Moonlight pouring in. This huge white moon. This big, super huge moon just pouring light in. And you just see a figure sitting on this large golden throne with a wine glass in his hand.
Yes.
Well,
Sorry, I'm a sucker for the classics.
Yeah.
Well, I see 100 years are up. Can't give a man a break, can we?
Well, we'll give you plenty of breaks. Arms, legs, jaw, couple of fangs.
You just let us know what you want us to break first.
Do you have preferences?
You're bringing back up this time, Belmont. Your family's getting old.
No. No. I'm backing them up.
Oh. But you know that this isn't their legacy. It's yours. You've roped 5 poor souls into a blood debt that has no means by them.
Are we poor? I'm not poor.
Compared to you, I'm not poor at all.
I'm doing quite well.
My name is Michael Belmont. I slay monsters. I work with heroes. And one time, a bugbear ripped off my arm. And I cast daylight right on the throne.
As you guys, okay.
That's
with daylight,
beautiful.
with daylight, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be rougher for him. As he kind of glances back and you just see this breath as he draws in, as the sun just barely sizzles his skin just a little bit. Not enough to cause any damage.
No.
But enough
to piss him off a little bit.
To piss him off a lot.
All right.
I guess.
He goes,
Double daylight.
I was
daylight.
going to offer you guys spots in the castle. We were going to talk. We were going to have drinks. It was going to be great. But now we're going to do this all song and dance once again. Roll for initiative.
Yo, let's go. Ooh, that's not great.
And one roll for Dracula, and one roll for the lair.
I gotta roll for my snake.
You get to roll for your snake.
It's not great either.
My fire stroke goes one underneath me, just
One underneath
like we just go together basically.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah. I'll just put you guys on the same turn. Okay, 20 to 25 to 20.
Cool.
Wow.
Oof. Okay.
It's all right.
We're doing great, guys.
You're doing super sweet.
So good.
You're doing great. 20 to 15.
19.
16.
18.
So we have Azir.
Oh, wait.
Always.
We have Azir. Then we have the lair.
Oh.
And then who has said?
So we had 18.
So we had 18.
18. Yep.
I had 16.
And
For
then,
me. Not safe.
And then Soul. 14 to 10.
11.
11 as well.
11 roll off you two.
14.
14. So then we have Belmont.
16.
20.
Dracula.
Well, now I
Whopping
know where he
12
goes,
on the
good.
dice.
He's ahead of me.
Then Hugh. And then Loon. And then bringing up the rear.
You rolled a 4.
He rolled a 4.
He's ready to go.
Snake.
Wing snack.
Snake. Who just
I
circles
will-
around me until
Who just circles around you. I
Like a
will
little
do
halo?
you guys, because of the sunlight, he's still kind of jarred. I will give you guys a surprise round.
Sweet.
Thank you, kind and merciful.
Azir, you're first.
Comes on mid.
How far away is he?
He's about 40 feet.
Azir's going to take a few steps forward next to Hugh,
Mm-hmm.
kiss him on the cheek, and go, I'm sorry, I was never very good at following rules. He's going to march towards... he's going to march towards Dracula and cast Etherealness.
Okay, what does Etherealness do?
It's like 5 paragraphs, but long story short,
Oh,
I
so-
step into the ethereal plane. I can see everything within 60 feet, but I can't affect anything, and they can't affect me.
Okay.
And I can move, and as an action, I can step out.
Okay. No. As you see, Azir almost seamlessly just all of a sudden walk, gone.
Mood.
Is this affected by true sight?
I think True Sight would allow him to be seen, but he still will not be able to be affected by him unless he went to the ethereal.
Nope, that's
Creatures
fine.
that aren't on the ethereal plane can't perceive you and can't
As long as
interact
you give them
unless
back.
a special ability or magic has given them the ability to do so.
Okay. Then for all intents and purposes, you are gone. He cannot see you.
My snake also has true sight.
Okay. He has Dracula has true sight, but because of the specificity of that spell, will go as rules as written. If for all intents and purposes, he cannot see you.
Azir's doing something remarkably clever and fun that to start us off with. I think we all sort of smile at that, like it's true to form.
The layer is next. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw. As you feel the layer kind of shifting under you, this violent as the rooms inside the castle once again are shifting, but Dracula's enhancing them to kind of throw you off your feet.
+5 to those, gang.
+5.
Because you guys probably have not left my side.
19.
Anyone who's rolled under a 15?
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, awesome.
This is my dice. This is my snake's
Hello,
dice.
John. So as I said, it kind of jars you for a second. But you guys all hold firm, and that is the layer trying to help out its master as best as it can. Zoe, you and the fire spirit next.
All right, I am going to extend my hand outward and cast Sunbeam. He's going to have to make a con save of 19. It should be at disadvantage because he is undead, correct?
He is undead.
All
He's
right.
very undead.
Pretty undead. I'd say at least 2 undead.
What's
We'll
the
go with
save?
undead and a half.
The save is a con of 19.
Con of 19. He's gonna burn a legendary resistance to make that save.
Okay. So he gets half this damage. That is 16, 20, 22. So it's 11 points of, I'm guessing, radiant damage. And just so that you know, this lasts for 1 minute, so I can keep casting it.
Okay. Nope. That's a great move. Absolutely great move. Does he have to keep making a save, or does he have to keep making the save for
Yeah,
it?
it's a new line of radiance.
Every time. Okay. Nope.
Every
That's
time.
fine. Cool.
So-
What is your fire spirit?
A little fire spirit shows up right practically on top of him.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. So he is going to. He's got to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Of 19.
Okay.
And he'll get 1d6 plus 2 fire damage.
He makes the save.
Okay. So.
What is that?
6.
Is that a disadvantage as well?
Ooh. No. It's not.
I would say because of the sunlight that Belmont did, all his saves are going to be at disadvantage.
Cool, nice.
Ah, cool. All right.
He
it's
still
6
makes it. I'm
points.
sorry, but he still makes
Yeah,
it.
it was 6 points, so that's 3.
Cool. All right. That is Thoe. Soul.
So I'm gonna cast Crusader's Mantle.
Okay.
So everyone within a 30 feet of me, it does an additional 1d4 radiant damage to all their attacks.
Solid.
Nice.
Mark that down. 1d4 radiant damage.
24 damage. And then as a, oh god, I exited out. As a bonus action, I'm going to point at Mr. Dracula and tell my snake attack.
Okay.
So on his turn, he will attack.
On his turn, he will attack. Awesome. So that is so. Mr. Belmont, you are next.
He's 40 feet away, so I'm not going to be able to make it to him to attack. But instead, I will use my movement and just sort of pray the whole time as I go, and I will use my movement and then use my my dash to put myself just right up in his face.
Mano y mano, I love it.
Yeah.
Hugh.
Right. So, I'm going to sharpshooter this.
Okay. Sharpshooter. Fire away.
God, that's such a good.
Yep.
Hit for the
And
fences, Mom.
because of the great tree spirit I did for guardian of nature, I have advantage on my dexterity attacks.
Cool. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Roll it.
That's a natural 20.
Not 20. Boom.
Don't forget about that radiant damage.
Oh yeah, no, I got that right here.
All right, good.
Good.
And that is.
As you see Hugh, he's like, you know what? I'm really tired of this.
That is 23 points of damage. 2 of that being radiant.
Okay. Cool.
And
Is it 23?
Yep. And second shot.
Okay.
Second shot.
Second shot.
That is 24 to hit.
Okay. No, that's it.
And with Colossus Slayer, that's an extra D8 on top.
Wait, 24?
24 to hit, yeah.
Let me check the stats. This could be really close. 24 does not hit.
Oh, son of a gun.
I'm sorry. 24 does not hit.
Oh.
The what?
Oh,
Man, that was going to be
Sorry, huh?
awesome.
What doesn't
Oh
hit?
well.
24
24
does
does
not
not
hit.
hit. Close, but no cigar.
All right.
As you see Hugh, it's like, you know what? It's like, just
It's
shoot the guy. Like,
Look, problem solved.
boom! As you see this first bolt going straight, as it almost clips him a little bit, and just takes out his cheek, and nicks one of his fangs.
Told you I'd break one.
As he's made his delivery, as Dracula is now
Souvenir
one
dibs.
Fangula.
Oh, I'm going to action surge.
Yeah, action surge. All right.
Now's the time.
Now is it? Go for it.
Is a no miss 22.
22. Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Second attack. That 27's gonna hit though.
27's gonna hit.
And that is 12, 13 plus 17, 30 points. And let's make this a trip attack.
Okay. Man.
So that's another 3 damage on top.
Okay.
And it's a strength save of 19.
Strength of 19.
With disadvantage because of the daylight.
With disadvantage of the daylight. Of 19, you said?
Mm-hmm.
He makes it.
Darn. Oh well.
He rolled a 13. He rolled
What?
13s on both dice.
It's one die. One superiority die down.
That's right. That was a good.
But good rolls. Like seriously, as Hugh is just almost putting a clip into Morgan. Loon.
Cool. So you said they're 40 feet away?
40 feet away.
I'm getting right up there.
Getting right up in there. And you
Um,
have rage, correct?
yeah, I'm
You
raging.
rage before you in Death's room. Cool. At Death's door.
So that's gonna be a 28 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
That is this.
Remember your
17,
Mm-hmm.
remember you
18,
have
19,
one
20,
D-
21.
21.
So that's
and you have a
21.
D4 as well. Radiant damage.
Your.
Oh yeah, and that's every time I hit, he rolls that on the start of his turn.
What did you roll to attack?
To attack, I rolled a d20, and then I rolled my d6s. And
No,
then...
I give you a D4 of radiant damage on top of your damage. So every time you hit, you do a D4 damage as well.
Oh,
Keep track of the D4.
nice.
Yep.
So that's going to be another 4. What did I get to? So that's 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 25 on that one. And then we're going to go ahead and do our extra attack.
Okay.
So that is going to be 30 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
And then I roll this d4 on that one too.
Yep. Every time you hit, D4 damage.
14,
Radiant
15,
damage.
16, 17,
Oh, no,
18,
no, no.
19, 20.
Mm-hmm.
We're out of range.
You have a 30-foot movement speed? Or how far is your movement speed?
No. We're out of. Yeah.
So I'm out of range of her.
If
Belmont and Loon are out of
you ran
range.
more than 30 feet away.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was 40.
That's okay. I'll subtract that 4 from this damage
Yeah, that's
then.
fine. Yeah.
14 on that one.
Yeah.
And then I'm keeping my tally, so I did that with my Great Sword of Wounding. So at the start of his turn, he has to roll an extra. He has to roll 2d4 to subtract from his HP.
For extra damage. Nope, that's good. No, good move. Absolutely. Is that all you're gonna do for your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do right now.
Okay, that's fair. And then Snake. Quetzal.
Snake is gonna go attack.
Okay.
He's gonna go do a bitey.
Bitey Snake.
He's actually really smart. He can talk and stuff, and I'm making him seem like he can't. Anyway, that's not gonna hit. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 17 to hit.
Yeah, as the Quetzal goes up to lunge in front of Dracula, and Dracula's like,
Is that a flank snake?
almost on alert from the fact that he got not only sunlighted, but he got shot in the mouth.
True. So this thing can cast spells. Can I do an attack and a spell, or just one?
It would be attack or a spell.
Or a spell? Okay, because I can cast 2 spells. I thought I'd ask. It's fine. It's cool.
Can
it's
you?
Cool.
Can you attack and spell?
I'm asking
Can you
you.
speak
Doesn't
in
tell me. Because I can cast spells all the time here with him.
I'm gonna limit it to attack or a spell.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
He's gonna do that, and then he's gonna start circling this dude.
Belmont. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So as the snake doesn't even lose momentum, just goes right next to Dracula's head, but realized that it didn't quite make reach, so it just kind of swoops around and starts doing circles around Belmont. Which brings us back to the top of the order for a full round. Azir.
So this steak,
This steak.
am I proficient with it? Seeing that I have martial and simple weapon proficiencies.
You would be. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Would it be a dex-based weapon?
It would be a dex, equivalent to a dagger.
I'm just checking.
Equivalent. I'll give.
No, I get
It's
that.
long enough that you can it's a dagger, but it's not really a dagger.
It's a wood dagger.
It's a wooden dagger. It's a wooden pokey stick.
Yay!
Okay, got it.
I was right there. I was right there. Nobody.
With some of my movement, I'm going to cross behind Dracula.
Okay.
I'm going to pull the dagger, or the
Stake.
stake, excuse me. I'm going to drop Etherealness and just jam it.
Okay. He's going to make a dex save at disadvantage, just because you came up behind him.
Surprise!
It might. It's gonna be double
Surprise.
advantage. It's gonna be
Surprise.
double. It'll be double disadvantage
He's invisible. And then
because he was invisible and he's got sunlight in his face. God, I didn't think my boss would go down this quick. Rolled a nat 1. As you see Azir come out of nowhere, and just he looks
Confused.
He looks confused for a moment. All of a sudden, this man just comes out of nowhere and just
I got him.
as Dracula
That's my
hits,
man.
as Dracula hits the floor. He's not.
Alright, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I kind
No,
of.
there's still more.
There's
coming
still
here.
more. Like
This
I
isn't
kind
even my final form.
I pulled a contingency, kind of, in case this happened. But no, fantastic. It's a case of he hits it, he just kind of sits there for a moment, just kind of, and it takes every ounce of him, just almost to stay levitated, as he hits the ground and gets on his knees, and just trying for all his might to yank this out of his neck. And for all intents and purposes, you have incapacitated him until he can take it out.
Okay.
And he will spend his next turn taking it out.
Okay.
If he was asleep or paralyzed, then it would do more damage because he then can't pull it out, but he is
Right.
still conscious.
He's still using
So is he
vampire
prone?
strength.
Huh?
Is he prone?
I will count him as prone right now. Because he's on his knees, but for all intents and purposes, yes, he is prone.
Cool.
The next is the lair, which the lair is freaking out right now because its master's got
that's fair.
stabbed in the neck.
Well, he deserves it.
You know what? You're not wrong, but still.
Damn it! Today on a drain it, read her spells completely.
Oh goodness.
So the
Okay,
effect
so
on your
as the layer, all of a sudden a thick mist envelops Dracula right now. Inside this 30-foot radius of thick mist, it blinds all creatures inside of it, which I believe right now is Belmont and Azir and Loon. So you guys right now cannot see him or each other.
So
Until
attacks are going to be a disadvantage.
attacks would be a disadvantage.
Okay.
Or in the case of might hit each other even.
Got it.
So keep that in mind. But that is the layer trying to defend its master at this point.
Understood.
Next in order is Zoe.
Alright, so...
Also, your fire spirit is blind because it's right next to him.
Got it, okay. So I can't see where he is.
If you are within 30 feet of Dracula, you cannot see him. All you see is this thick wall of mist.
I was 60 feet away to cast Sunbeam.
Yeah.
So I'm outside that 30-foot radius,
Outside
but I
it.
cannot see
You
him.
cannot see into it.
In the mist.
No.
In the mist. Okay. So what I'm going to do... Crud. Well, that changes everything.
It's cool. You got this, guy.
Okay.
Strange. You guys
Then
Just
what
light
I'm
it
gonna-
up. Light up the fuck. We can take hits. Light it up.
Yeah. He hasn't got a hit on you guys yet, so.
No, because the way I was gonna light it up would like hurt everybody a lot. I don't want to hurt everybody a lot.
No.
So, what I'm gonna
one.
do is I'm gonna hold action until I can get a glimpse of him.
What are you holding?
I am holding Firestorm.
Firestorm.
Oh, don't light it up. That.
Yeah, I was like, do you
That's
really?
a big bada boom.
We'll be fine.
It's
It's a
and so you're holding. So you're holding your action.
Yeah, I am holding my action.
What about your little fire spirit? Bro?
He is holding action as well.
He is holding action
for
as
the
well.
same thing.
Okay. Saul.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 4th level to get rid of this fog.
Okay.
A good bean.
Alright.
Let me take a look at this.
Go ahead. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell. What's the level of the spell?
It's a layer action. I'm not sure what a base level that would be. It's odd. Give me a D20 and then your spellcasting modifier.
Fuck. Okay.
It's good.
23.
Yeah. No. I'll
Yeah.
give it to you on that one. So with that, you just see.
How will you see through the fog? Oh shit!
I'm the bit. Oh, man.
I walk 10 feet, so those people who weren't in my
Are now back in
were
your
now
range.
in my range.
So it's like, you just go.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
Firestorm going off.
All right. So that is.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
That wasn't
Firestorm,
concentration.
He's got to make a dex save of 19, but it's at. Oh.
We all do, correct?
You all.
No, because I can choose the 10-foot.
Everyone's within 5 feet of him.
Yeah.
Anyone that's within 5 feet of him. Yes.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, so-
that's Belmont,
So everybody does all
Azir,
It's a
and
10-foot
Loom.
cube.
Everybody add a plus
Sorry.
5 to this.
18 plus
Yeah.
10 plus 5. 32.
32.
You're fine.
I got a 21.
What's the save?
It's a dex save of
They should
19.
come out with a roast.
19.
Okay,
more.
cool.
He makes it as well.
He makes it as well.
He
Well,
makes it as
he's
well.
still going to get half damage.
I failed that one.
Oh, no.
That's alright. That's alright. They
Yeah.
get played out.
It's huge. Like
Okay.
that's a nice
It's
spell.
like stingy.
I don't get the plus 5 here. I
Do you,
think it's
do you
just,
need some aloe vera?
I need a little bit of aloe vera.
Paladins get their own auras.
Do they get their own aura?
They get their own auras, yeah.
17, 26,
Yourself and any other willing creature.
28.
I will take your word for it. Then yes, I'll take.
Sounds great. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I'm.
30,
Oh, you're right. You grant all friendly
42,
creatures, including you, within 30 feet.
Yep.
49.
49 half.
points of fire damage.
24. 24.
4.
You're fine.
So 24 points of fire damage.
That's fine.
You're cool.
And what is your little buddy doing?
He's actually because I want to.
Icky V
it's
with
a
another
bonus
potion
action
for the
my
player.
potion. I actually want to drink that potion, that Supreme Elixir of Mind
Okay.
thing, but it's going to be a bonus action to drink it, so
Okay.
I can't do anything
Cool.
else.
As you chug that potion.
And he is a bonus action for me, so I can't make him do anything right now.
Nope, that's fine. Is that the one GM Cross gave you?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll the d6 to see how many days you forget.
No.
No,
no,
I
no,
have
he
one.
has that one.
That's the
Oh.
one he gave me.
Oh,
right
excuse me,
before-
excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Nope,
This
that's
is
my
the
bad.
Minty Frost Breath.
Gotcha. Minty Frost Breath. Cool.
Yes.
I know Icky V just.
You just
potion
want another
too.
potion.
Please, no more potions.
Well, we'll save those potions because we're in the middle of a boss battle. Icky, we'll save those for Wonder or Never.
Belmont.
Your choice. Yeah, I'm just going to swing away, Meryl, especially because he's prone on the ground.
Swing away, Hoss.
Yeah.
Advantage on attacks, go.
Yeah.
Whip in one hand and the sun blade in the other?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, even with advantage, that's an 18. So I'm just going to choose to succeed.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pump a smite into that
Pump
as
it in.
well. Level 3.
I've
just decided that I hit him. Yeah, so that's going to be...
I did.
You're like,
Here's your extra.
I can see it now.
No,
Belmont's like, I
1,
got
2,
this.
3,
I
For the
so got
6
this.
days you forgot.
Oh, I missed. Wham!
I missed, or did I?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah. Everyone listen to this nice dice ASMR.
That's soothing.
Love that.
That's soothing when it happens to not me.
Oh, that's a lot of 7s, gang.
That's a lot.
14, 18, 22,
Yeah.
25, 28,
Uh-huh.
35.
Yeah.
Oh, God. 42, nice. 47, 49, 52, 59 points of radiant damage.
That's with the extra dice for him being undead?
That's with the extra dice. It's 11 d8 total.
So with that being said, you said 59?
Yes.
He takes a little bit more than that.
Okay. So that's the first attack. I'll do the same thing again.
Yeah! Now keep in mind, I don't think you can use your reaction twice to make it hit if it does not hit.
No, it's just once per turn.
It's once per turn.
Yeah. But that 17 plus numbers is definitely going to hit. So we're going to roll all those dice again.
Do it.
Deja vu.
Remember the time we killed Dracula? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
10,
We walked in, we
14,
were like, oh,
19,
cute.
25,
You are staying out there.
36, 46, 59 again. How was that 59 again?
He takes a little bit more damage than what you do. As you see, Belmont's like, finally, like, now's my chance.
This is what I was trained for.
Bam! And then he's like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds almost good. I'll do it a second time. Bam!
And he
died. As he
used it
just
twice.
lays into this poor Dracula is on the floor now.
Poor
Okay, so now that he can finally move,
or can
Don't
you?
forget those D4 for me, please.
D4.
2 of them right now.
2 of them.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing, but do
Thank
D4s.
God.
Or whatever. Sort of.
Oh, he takes 1 D4 for each time I've hit him.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
Yes.
At the start of his turn.
Okay, so, oh jeez Louise. Okay, so he is going to get up. Use half his action to get up. His actions is going to be pulling out the stake from him.
We're gonna
Now-
need that back.
Huh? Put the stake into his pocket.
That's fine. I'm pretty sure I can hit that. I'm gonna try to trick shot it into him again.
Nice.
I love that.
Like,
as his bonus action. No, it's not going to be his bonus action. He's just going to use the rest of his movements. He has a flying speed. He's going to go up in the air.
oh, good.
Attacks of
Now
Attacks
opportunity.
of opportunity.
Take
At
it.
least 3.
Good.
Take it.
Good.
Can we create the flame, bastard?
I have something about that.
He wants out. He wants out
Oh,
of the
we'll get-
circle of death.
Look, we're trying to give him out.
Yes.
A very painful, very bloody out.
Do I? You don't get a bonus action on an opopportunity attack.
You do
do
not. It's a
you?
reaction. Now remember, if you burn a reaction, for those of us that have reactionary abilities, do your turn. So is it worth the opportunity attack? Is the
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Always.
Hit him. Swing away.
He's
Swing the
bottom of the
fences.
initiative,
Are you taking yours?
My bonus action? Wait,
No, your
sorry.
reaction to
Yeah.
taking the
Reaction to the
opportunity.
opportunity?
Yeah.
Reaction to the opportunity?
Yes.
Is here? Roll.
Yes.
Roll to hit.
Oh, because I'm not close enough.
I'm not hitting him. I'm casting a spell,
Okay,
so
cool.
I'll wait for her.
Oh, that's fine. What we got is here?
That's a nat 20.
Nope.
Ayo.
Big.
So we're just doubling the dice, right?
It's up to you if you want to re-roll it. So that's your call.
Well, it's gonna be 4 slashing, and then no, I'm sorry. 6 slashing, and then 6, 11, 15, 16 psychic.
Okay, so a grand total of 8 and 16, 24.
Sure.
Wait, you're not doubling your psychic damage?
Oh no, you're right.
One double psychic damage.
Yes.
What
I
is it?
forgot what it was.
You rolled a 2 for the slashing.
Yeah.
So 2, 4. Okay, so it was 24 minus.
So it was 8 slashing is what you said, and 16 psychic. Total 24 damage.
Yeah.
So double it. So am I
So
doubling
The psychic should have been damaged, or
Okay.
should have been doubled.
Okay,
So
it's
32
an extra
plus
32,
8, so
it should
40
have been
points
40.
total.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my bad. I apologize.
No, that's fine. No, that's cool. Want you to make sure you get all your plugs.
It was a 26 to hit,
Hits.
so that's going to be 23 of damage.
23. And then another. What you call it?
Another D4 off him. At
Yeah.
the start of
Another
his
D4
turn.
for him.
On
Yep.
his turn.
Yep. That's fine. Mama,
You gonna go weird or you gonna go simple?
live your truth, my friend.
I'm gonna cast Remove Curse
Okay.
Interesting.
on Dracula.
Okay.
At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end.
Okay.
I'm hoping to cure the curse of vampirism.
Okay.
Bold move, Kyle.
As I will outstretch a hand and
I forgive you.
and cast Remove Curse as best as my ability allows.
Okay. This is an odd thing, and this is for you in particular, since your lineage would do this. Dracula it's not a curse.
Right.
It's an entitlement almost. It's like you are born to be this. It is not something. He chose to be this. He wasn't bitten by it to give him vampirism. He was like, I want to be Dracula, and he did the ritual to do it.
I am fully aware of this. I think he knows the mythos well enough.
Okay.
But he cannot, in good consciousness, kill him or eliminate them without at least giving him.
I try.
Oh, way out.
I will say this then. I will let you do that, but I will not take it as a spell slot because it's not going to have any effect on it.
Okay, that's perfect.
And if you want to do another reaction, I'll give you
No,
that.
this gives the man the chance to lay the mantle down and be like, it worked. I don't want to be evil anymore. Like, the spell's not going to work. It gives him the chance to lay the mantle down should he so choose. He chooses not to. That's fine.
He's kind of scoffing it
that's
off. It's
That's
like-
my opportunity. at
And
that.
kind of it adds kind of insult to injury.
Nice.
Kind of laughs at it.
Yeah.
Liam,
Huh?
you're using D6s for the wounding? They're D4s.
I don't want to make you do more
Oh.
than you have to,
That's
but
fine.
if
Yeah.
you want to,
If you want to keep using D6s,
I
do it,
appreciate
but
it.
Thank you.
I couldn't
just in good conscience, I looked over and I was like, I can't make him do that.
It's fine. It's fine.
How far is he up in the air now?
30 feet.
30 feet up in the air.
30 feet.
Got it.
Which brings to
Oh, that's going to be good.
Sneak?
Snake.
no. We have other people do. Here we go.
Oh.
Because Dracula just went. It's Hugh's turn.
Yep.
Who is a ranged character?
and has superiority dice for trip attack to knock this man back to Earth.
Cool.
Nice.
Do it.
Bring him down, baby.
Alright, that's a natural 19 plus 17. Plus 17 a hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Gonna make that a trip attack.
Okay. What's the save for that?
19. Strength.
It's now just that single disadvantage because there's still sunlight in here, but it's not, he's not tripped up. He rolled 2 19s, my friend. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Let's see, that's 8, 13, 14, 15, plus 7, 22 points of damage on the first bolt.
22 damage on the first bolt.
Oh, and that's a hard miss on the second.
What was the second
I rolled a 5.
one? No, sorry, buddy. Good try, though. Is that gonna be your move?
Let's see, not gonna move. Tried the trip attack. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Next on the list is Loon.
So as her bonus action, wait, he's 30 feet away from us?
30 feet up.
30 feet
I tried.
No, it was a great move.
She is going to hold her action until he is within at least 10 feet of her.
What are you holding?
It would be my bonus action for Storm Aura.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Wait for someone to ground Dracula so you can light him up.
Yeah, because I have to hold my action too, so.
That's fair. And then Snake.
Snake is going to. So who's in like a 30-foot range of each other?
Who's a 30-foot range? It is himself.
I
Belmont,
moved to be in a
Boone,
30-foot range.
Yourself, Chloe.
You're
Azir.
bridging the gap between the rest of the party.
I think.
right?
Yeah, you could stand at a spot that would encompass the entire group.
Yeah, I think if you set at that 20-foot range, you are then have a 30-foot range on everyone in the party.
So my snake is gonna cast shield.
Okay.
Which, if Dracula wants to attack someone, he has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
And if he fails, he can't attack anyone in my shield.
Do you mean sanctuary or?
Sanctuary, not shield.
Sanctuary.
Okay, I was
Shield,
like, hold
shield
on.
is just plus 5 to
That
AC.
I didn't know they
She
had
entirely
So
different
with
spells.
Sanctuary, you actually get to pick like one
You ward a creature within range.
creature.
One
so
creature.
one of them, you go like Sanctuary, like he cannot attack.
Now,
Is
it.
it a reactionary
when,
spell?
When
No.
that creature attacks, that sanctuary gets dropped.
That's not a permanent. You can't. But it's a one-off. I believe it's a one-off. Like, no, don't do that, and then that's it.
Well, as long
But
as
that
that
gives
person
us
doesn't
another
attack,
round to
if
try
they're
to
just
get
doing that
him
time to
down.
heal, then the sanctuary stays. The moment the sanctuary creature attacks, that sanctuary spell drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have him
It's
put
a
that
get out of jail. It's a jail-free card.
Kinda, yeah. If you've got a healer in the back and
Cool, I'm gonna have him cast a sanctuary on me.
Okay, cool.
Good move.
No, absolutely. Great. And back top of the order. Azir.
Is anyone hurting?
No.
He hasn't got an attack off.
Cool. I remember there was
So
a
you're
fire
just gonna look
damage.
at him and go, really? That's your... Oh, God. He's going to roll his eyes, and as he does, he casts Levitate and just straight up 30 feet. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I am Drake. Oh, shit, again.
How high up is he right now?
30 feet.
I was really hoping for the turret situation.
Might have bounced an extra foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spooked a little bit. He's like,
The two of them square off, kicking off the walls.
That's my turn.
Okay, I am going to cast Blight at level 8.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm not playing.
That is 12d8.
You cannot use it.
Is there a save for Blade?
Oh, con save 19.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll start doing the math because either way it's still
What kind of
half.
damage?
It's necrotic.
Necrotic.
Yeah.
He makes it.
Okay, so it's half.
He also has resistance to necrotic, so it'd be a quarter damage.
Ooh, got it. Okay, cool. I didn't think about that. I really should have. 16.
Still, it looks really cool when you do it.
Yeah.
This is a Kamehameha. Like, this is a, like.
4. Wow, there's a lot of ones. 25, 30, 37, 38, 44.
Sort of wounding. Or you're wounding.
51.
Is that ever
so
persistent, or is that every
half
time you
of
attack them?
51 is like
What do you mean?
25,
So,
and then half
since you
of
did not
that is
attack
like
them
12.
that round, when he gets his round back, that wounding is gone.
No, he keeps doing it.
Keeps doing it every time.
Every time.
Okay.
What is this?
It's the great sword of wounding.
So it's only 12 points.
12 points.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Still, 12 points more than he had.
It's.
I'm more worried about the healing factor.
He can't
He
heal
can't
back
heal it,
her
and-
points
I can't take heal from
unless it's a long rest.
her.
So any damage she's done, you can't heal.
Including the D4s, I believe.
That's still a lot of damage you can take back. That's fine.
Yeah.
The only ones he can't heal.
I believe I believe the damage that she has done with her greatsword is the only ones that he cannot heal back, which I've kept track of.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything you're doing with your little buddy? That way.
Yeah, he is going to, well, actually, he's grounded.
Does he have a flying distance? A little spear.
You know what? I didn't plug into that. I'm not seeing any sort of flying for him. He should be able to. He's a little fire spirit. But it doesn't say that he can, so I'm not gonna, I'll leave it.
Typing greatsword.
Cool.
Okay.
Typing greatsword.
So.
Okay. So I'm just gonna yell out, light him up, and I'm gonna cast Holy Aura. So he's 30 feet above me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the 30 feet globe that I am in, divine light washes out for you, crosses the soft radiance of 30 feet radius around you. Creatures in this radius, have advantage on all saving throws, and other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against them until the spell ends. In addition, when a fiend or undead hits an affected creature with a melee attack, the aura flashes a bright light. The attacker must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be blinded till the spell ends.
Okay, cool. No, great. I love it.
So, like, he had a disadvantage on the
You get disadvantage on
and
attacks.
we have advantage on everything.
Okay, cool. Is that your move?
Yeah, that's it.
Belmont.
I'm gonna whip him. I'm gonna whip him good. As he's up in the air. No, he's 30 feet above me.
You
That doesn't make sense. It's not gonna have that sort of range.
Yeah.
I would have to take the attacks at disadvantage.
But you have advantage, you're next to me, so it's regular.
So it'd be a regular one. It'd be a regular.
What? This was the whole.
Holy War, it's my 8th level spell. It's my 1.
Does that affect us or it affects him?
Everything inside the radius.
Everything within a 30 feet radius of me.
Okay.
So you'd have advantage attacks against him, which with the disadvantage would make it a neutral.
It increases it by 10 feet though.
20 feet.
20 feet.
20
Okay.
feet.
Yeah. You know what? I'll whip him.
Good. Go for it.
Okay. No, that's not gonna do it. That is. That's gonna miss, so I'm gonna choose to make it hit instead.
Did you take the opportunity? You took the opportunity.
Yeah, didn't we cycle back around to the top of the order?
We did. Nope. Absolutely. Nope,
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just make that hit instead.
Use your whip's damage and make sure to add that 1d12.
Yes. Okay. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna add a d12, something I never get to roll. We're gonna pump some divine smite into there as well.
I love to see this mental image of a divine smite being put into a whip. Just all of a sudden, and you see this smite just travel down the whip, and then, well, bam!
Dracula is undead, right?
He's very
He has
good.
to make a con save of 18 or he's blinded.
5, 6.
That's a regular, right?
No,
He's
he
still
has
disadvantaged.
disadvantage
There's
on
still
saving
There's
throws.
still a sun.
It's a saving throw, so he has disadvantage.
He's blinded.
Is that
You
no
rolled a
legendary?
natural
16.
Huh?
Have we burned through all of his legendary
19.
resistances?
No.
24.
That's a good question. That's a great
30.
idea.
Wow.
He's gonna make a save.
40.
They both sides of the field.
Gotta be fair. Gotta be fair.
You gotta be fair.
53.
I mean, we're essentially spanking Dracula right now.
He
Let's make it
takes more damage than that, but yeah, good move.
53. All right, we'll do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Okay, cool.
No, it's not. Add 10 to that. Will it still hit?
Yeah, that's a 24 to hit.
It still misses.
What?
Yeah, 24
24
misses.
Yeah.
I tried smacking him with a 24 earlier.
Not when he's blinded.
He's not blinded.
He's not
He used
blinded.
legendary
Got it.
resistance
Got
against
it.
it.
Got it. Yeah, you're absolutely.
Okay.
Make it happen.
He can finally make a move.
Or can he?
Or can he?
I did reread that. He has to roll the d4s, but on that turn he can roll a con to see if he takes that d4 damage.
Okay, so what's the save?
It is I'm so sorry, give me 1 second.
I assume it's 19.
I hope so. It's a 15 wisdom.
Yep.
He makes it.
Okay, so he doesn't have to take it for that one. Then.
Okay, that's fine. Thank
But
you.
when he rolls again the next time.
The only person he has in range right now is Enwin. Oh, excuse me,
Enwin?
Enwin. Yeah, Enwin is here.
No, the
so
Plague
he's
Boy's
gonna
here
come-
now.
He's gonna come at you hard there, buddy.
Cool.
He's still in my thing, so disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I understand. So the first one,
And
he's
he has
gonna
advantage.
go ahead and claw at you. Does a 22 hit?
Not with shield. What up?
Not with shield. What up?
My man.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Does a 15 hit?
If a 22 is
Oh, does
Shield,
It's a-
shield
it's a
lasts the
full
entire
round.
Oh,
round.
it's a full round. Okay.
Yeah. Shield's good.
Oh, that's not gonna hit him either. Okay. Okay. That's it. Yeah, that's all I can do. Next in the order, Hugh.
you touch my man. Smack this man, I swear to God.
Smack the man.
Alright, so that is a 33.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll that con save.
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll that trip attack as well.
What's the con save?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Roll a 5 on the dice plus. What's his con again?
That's not an 18 if it's 5 on the dice.
Let's go plus 9 so I can make it. Nope.
Dracula's blinded, guys.
God, he's just getting rocked.
Let's see, and that's a strength save to see if he stays in the air from that trip attack. 19.
He has disadvantage and he's blinded. That's triple disadvantage.
You are on double secret
That
probation.
third one, he rolled 2 19s, and the third one was a nat 1. Boom!
Yes!
So that is.
So, Loon, when he's done with your attack, go ahead and roll them now.
As a bonus action, in my Sea Aura, I would like him to roll a Dex saving throw. It's a 21.
My God.
No.
Dex saving throw 21? Nope.
Okay. So he's gonna take 5.
This is your
9,
reaction.
10, 12.
This is your
She
held
held-
action.
I held my
She
action.
held
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
35
10, 11,
damage.
12,
God
13.
damn.
That's 13 there.
We didn't come to play. I mean, we did, but
Sorry,
He
hold on.
just hasn't had a chance to move.
This is
He
my
hasn't.
he moved 30 feet.
Yeah, he
28
was right up and I dropped him straight
Well,
down
we have an
again.
advantage.
I went to get him, and didn't do it.
Yeah, but that 28 hits,
I
right?
felt him.
28 hits.
I'm just gonna roll one more time to see if it crits. It does not. Okay. You're in 30 feet of us?
Mm-hmm.
That's 21 on that attack.
You don't
And
have
then-
plus 4 anymore.
Ah!
That's a concentration spell. I did
21 minus
spell.
4 is 17?
Yes.
Yes. So that's 17 on that attack.
Mhm.
And then, just to make sure I don't.
He's looking rough, folks.
That's
He's looking real
32 to hit.
rough. That hits.
Um,
What was your second attack?
Oh, no, I haven't made it because he's knocked prone.
that's another
Okay,
15.
go ahead and roll. If you want to go ahead and roll advantage.
Alright, well, I mean, I
He's
get it.
blinded, so he's not.
That's fair.
That is a 15 to hit, and then because he hits, I also want to knock him prone.
He's already prone.
Oh, he's already
Yeah.
prone.
Yeah,
Oh.
I knocked her to the ground.
He's
so-
already-
Excellent. Never mind then. So that was a
30.
15 on that one.
15 on that one?
34 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, and that's another 2d4 on that next round.
2d4?
Yes.
I'm out of d4s.
Do you want more? I have some over here.
No, I'm good.
I have some too.
No, good, thank you.
Will it add insult to injury if you use my own d4s?
No, it's okay. I used my own d4s.
32.
Hey, Ryan,
I
remember
don't
you
want-
said you're
Did
going
you
to
take
kill
my
all of us?
d4s?
I haven't had a chance to
You
move
took
yet.
one of my
He
d4s.
was
Right.
30 feet. We talked about it.
We discussed this. He moved. She just didn't move far.
I don't know where my other d4 went. Oh well.
He moved. He tagged. He's done a whole lot this turn.
He did, yes.
We
Okay.
still have one
He's going to
turn
use
undead.
one of his legendary actions to get back on his feet.
Cool.
I thought I told you to stay down.
Oh.
He's
And
looking
then-
rough.
and
He's
just
got right
after-
now. He's looking really bloody. Like he's
Did that happen after my turn?
yes.
So I couldn't knock him prone then. Okay, just checking.
If
No,
you'd
that's
like to, you can. If you'd like to try it again,
I would like to try.
go ahead.
again.
Try to knock him prone.
What do I just a straight
Why are you giving us
D20?
advantages? You're
Go
dying.
ahead. Straight D20.
And then I add my hit.
Yep.
That's a 21.
Okay, he's gonna use a legendary resistance to make sure he doesn't fall over again.
So that's all 3 of them burned.
That's 3 of them burns. That was the end of
Cute.
Hugh. Loon just went. Snake.
Snake. Snake's just gonna chill.
Snake's just gonna
Yeah.
chill.
Like,
Cool. Azir.
it's not. It's very psychic, but it's
I'm
not
going
very.
to drop levitate,
Okay.
which means I slowly float down to the ground safely. And I'm gonna, as I go, 4 Eldritch Blasts. What else am I doing with my life? Well, That's not gonna work. That's not. No. The highest is a 21.
Yep, none of
You
them.
have advantage on those. You're 30 feet of me.
I got a 26, and then a bunch of lower numbers.
26 will hit, yes.
Hey.
Okay, cool. 5.
The layer. God, I forgot what this does.
Panics.
The layer is
The layer
command-
hyperventilates.
Yeah.
We hear organ music somewhere in the castle.
Band the opera. Around the next hunt, guys.
All right. The lair in a desperate means to defend its master. Also in the walls, as 4 doors open up and 4 vampire thralls come out of those doors, shambling towards masters.
Cool.
New players have entered the game.
Yeah, seriously. Thoy, he's
All
looking
right.
rough.
So I'm about to use my last firestorm. My first one is going to be 30 feet up in the air.
Fly
There
out.
he is.
Fly through this.
No,
please.
He's on the
he has
floor now.
fallen.
Oh,
We're
he's
all
on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, how many people are?
All of us are within
Right.
30
You
feet.
could just trace around the thralls.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was my second thing. I was seeing how far apart they are. What about the
Cool,
thralls?
we all had
They're
random
Thralls are
saving
about
throws. It's
thralls are
fine.
about 20 feet away from him.
20 feet away from him, and then how far apart are they?
5 feet.
Oh, okay, they've all come in together. Yep. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all going to get hit by firestorm. They have to make a dex save of 19.
2 of them make it.
Okay, so that is going to be for each one of them. Alright. 9.
How many
11.
6 level spells do I have?
Ow. 18.
I feel like I can just be like, hey, God, what's up?
26.
Can we end this?
30, 38. So two of them that failed the save are making 38 points of fire damage. The other 2, it's 15, 20, 19 points of fire damage.
Okay. That one that did not make a save just incinerates.
Oh, I thought it was 2 and 2. There were 4 of them? So 3 of them made their save.
No, 2 of them made their way. I didn't roll for the third one, the 4th one. So 2 of them just incinerate.
Cool.
Gone.
I'm also going to. How far
We'll
away are
save
they
you
from
back.
me? How far away are they from me? Where
From
are
you?
Yeah.
How far are you away from Dracula?
I was about 30 feet away from him because that last spell I cast was 30 feet.
Okay, then they're about 20 feet from him, so about 50 feet.
They're about 50 feet, 50?
Yes, like diagonal.
Okay, that elixir is not going to work because that is a 15-foot cone. So instead, I'll have my little wildfire spirit guy teleport over to the remaining 2.
Okay.
Because each creature within 10 feet of the space that the spirit is in have to make a dex saving throw. Although it's not saying, I think he has to teleport as the bonus action and then they can
use
do
it.
the next time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
That's fine. Then
Yeah,
we'll-
so I'll just hold off, but he's going to teleport over to where
So
they
you're
are.
next. Be ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Is that what we want to do with that then, Zoe?
Yep, that's it.
Joel.
So I'm gonna cast Harm.
Okay.
He has to make a con save of 18.
Okay. Which he makes.
He makes. Cool. We'll just take half his damage then.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had to borrow some d6.
I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36, 37, 39, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40. So that's 20 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Which he has resistance
His-
of, so it's 10.
Oh,
10.
no. Yeah. 20, 40, 42. It's 43, sorry.
43, so it'll be
Yeah.
11.
11, cool. His maximum hit points also reduced by 11.
Okay.
Don't huff at me. That was
No.
a good move.
No, it's a great move. It's one of those that, like, it's reducing his health points. Oh, God.
Yeah. And then as a bonus action,
Nobody is any healing nitro. He hasn't got a move off.
it's fine. I have other spells for bonus actions.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I lost it.
Belmont, you're next.
Thank you.
Yeah. My favorite field you know what? Never mind. Just it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay, Belmont, you go for it. He's looking bad.
Okay.
He has not had a chance to move. You can see the.
Does that advantage? Is that still?
Harm's not concentration, so you still have advantage.
Yeah.
He's got fear in his eyes.
Okay. We're gonna. Yeah, that's gonna hit.
We gave him the chance to be good.
2, 3.
We did.
4, 5.
He hasn't had a chance. He hasn't had a chance to do anything. He's moved 30 feet.
And then he's moved 60 feet. He went up and then he went back down.
Well, the second one was forceful.
14,
Wait, still movement.
16.
He did still move.
32, 42.
Is Dracula dead?
53, 58, 67 points
Okay.
of damage. Majority of that being radiant damage.
Yep, that's rough. Yeah, he's spewing bloods in all ends.
Great. So second attack. Yeah, that's gonna hit as well with an 18 on the die.
Yep.
Plus 11. So we'll do another one.
You're pumping out a smite in this one?
Yeah. Using my smite.
Tell you what. I'm not even gonna have you roll the rest of it.
It's good. You don't have to.
How you want to do this?
Yes!
Yay!
I will slash into one from the sides. It's back and forth and back and forth. And then with the as I'm bringing the sword back around, who's ever got the stake?
It's in his
It's
jacket
in his pocket.
It's in his jacket pocket.
Yep.
Like I'm grabbing the stake with one hand and jamming it into the neck,
Okay.
or back into the heart, right,
Right. So
right
beheading.
there,
Right there.
right there, and then bringing the sword around and slicing his neck, slicing his head off.
Okay.
as the
So
stake
this is what you guys see. In a flash of radiant light, as Belmont go ahead and channels his inner divinity, his blood lineage almost, as he takes his sword, as Dracula drops, reaching inside the jacket pocket, and then jamming it in the neck, but using it almost as a guide, as one last swift strike, as the head goes off, and then using the hilt of the sword to bring it in, dropping the body, head rolling away. And you have destroyed Dracula.
Yay! 14 go.
The castle around you starts to rumble. Things start to collapse.
We should probably get out of here now.
Go! Yeah, we're running out.
We're running out. As you guys leave, it's very picturesque as the moon behind you just gives you this immaculate portrait of what's happening as the castle starts to collapse into itself. And as the castle collapses, you hear a faint laughter in the distance. But for the now, Dracula has been defeated.
I'm going, as a last action, I'm going to use my divine intervention to call onto my god and ask him to completely consecrate this land, completely burn it to the ground.
Cool. As you see Soul...
I thought you were going to be like, I call upon my God. Bring me a grape soda, God. We've got this handled.
As you see Soul...
Never mind, I want to do that!
As Soul brings down her deity, as you see this entity of holy light come down, and...
Hey, man.
So
You did well today.
Have a great knee high.
I'm going to miss my brother, but I'll make sure that this doesn't happen. As he walks over, you see this entity stick his hand where the rubble of Dracula's castle as the holy light starts to eat the rubble away, and just all of a sudden a clear plain. As you see Death.
Free him!
Hashtag free death.
For my last wish,
Death
I set
comes,
you free!
very silently nodding and disappearing.
Michael will go, oh my God. Oh my God.
No, it's Hugh, but I get that a lot.
Package also means penis.
And that is where we're ending. That is it. I'm sorry we went a little later.
That was beautiful.
You gave us too much power.
My story unraveled beneath me, but
Ultimate
absolutely,
cosmic
I had a blast. Thank you for having me in the chair. But congratulations.
Yay!
Dracula!
Thank you so much for DMing for this evening and letting me play. It's been a while.
You
but
get to
it's
play twice this
But I
week.
get to play twice this week. This feels like my birthday. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. Thank you for buying potions on this special one-time only clearance sale on potions, as the price is about to go up. Not only that, but on the upcoming list for stream points, we're going to find re-rolls that you can grant towards characters. You can grant disadvantage rolls to me as the DM. And not only that, but down the line you will be able to buy magical items for your favorite cast members and things of that sort. So stay tuned, keep tuning into the channel. Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in tonight. And once again, thanks to newcomers for coming to the channel. Thank you so much. We enjoyed having you, and thank you to our guest DM tonight. Cannot thank you enough for trying your hand at a level 21 shot that is daunting for the toughest, and you rose to the challenge. We love you guys. Indigo Connect. We'll see all of you tomorrow for group therapy sessions and individual therapy sessions.
Not ready.
It's gonna be great.
And stick around for raid. You're good. Whenever.